These before and after photos show celebrities who look like they are obsessed and dependent on Ozempic. Let's start with Christina Aguilera. Christina has always had an incredible voice and a naturally curvy figure. Then suddenly, boom, she reappears looking about 15 years younger, razor thin, and almost hollowed out. The weight loss was fast, extreme, and very modern. Her face especially has lost a lot of softness. Fans weren't saying healthy glow, they were saying Ozempic chic. It's giving beautiful, but at what cost? Next up, we have Kelly Clarkson. Now, Kelly has been open about weight changes before, but this one hit different. She dropped weight rapidly while filming and touring, and suddenly the speculation exploded. Her frame looks significantly smaller, her face is sharper, and the timing lined up perfectly with Hollywood's favorite injectable era. She looks confident and happy and great, but people noticed how quickly it happened, and the internet connected the dots instantly. Now let's talk about Jessica Simpson. Jessica has always been scrutinized for her body, which is honestly exhausting. But recently, she stepped out looking dramatically thinner with a noticeably sunken face. And we're not talking like gym thin, not even like diet thin. This is Hollywood thin, the kind that makes fans say, like, is she okay? I mean, the before and after photos are shocking, and the Ozempic rumors didn't take long to follow. Moving on to Ariana Grande, this one sparked serious concerns. Ariana has always been very petite, but her recent appearances had fans genuinely worried about her. Extremely thin arms, a fragile looking frame, and facial features that look sharper than ever. Comment sections weren't joking. They were asking if she was healthy. I mean, whether it's stress, lifestyle, or the same injections everyone else in Hollywood seems to have access to, the transformation is impossible to ignore. Now we have Lana Del Rey. Now, Lana went through a very public body, evolution over the years, embracing a fuller figure and then suddenly reversed it very fast, like really fast. Her face changed dramatically. Her body leaned out like literally overnight, and fans immediately clocked it. I mean, the weight loss looked chemical, not gradual. The whispers started immediately, especially because the timing mirrored everyone else jumping on the same Ozempic wave. And finally, last but not least, you knew she was coming. We've got my girl Sharon Osbourne. Now, Sharon actually admitting to using Ozempic. I mean, she's been brutally honest about the downside of it. She lost a lot of weight, yes, but she also admitted that she went way too far. Her face lost a lot of volume, her body struggled to stabilize, and she's openly said she doesn't love how extreme it got. She basically is the cautionary tale, so walking, so the rest of the Hollywood hopefully can quietly pretend that they didn't use it. Hollywood is getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and the cost is starting to show. Next, Kendall Jenner. Kendall was literally built like a runway model before Ozempic was even trending on TikTok, but after Fashion Week appearances where she looked noticeably slimmer than her already slim baseline, speculation went wild. Side-by-side photos comparing her 2022 and recent looks spread everywhere with captions like, "This isn't just clean eating." Kendall hasn't said she uses any weight loss medication, but the conversation around her shows how warped expectations have become when a supermodel gets thinner and people still think it's not natural enough. Now let's talk Florence Pugh. Yes, Florence, known for being outspoken about body positivity and Hollywood beauty standards, she surprised fans when recent event photos showed a much leaner frame than we're used to seeing on her. Comment sections quickly split in two, half accusing her of secretly using weight loss injections and the other half defending her and pointing out that weight fluctuates for a million reasons: stress, filming schedules, training, you name it. The bigger issue though, people felt betrayed, which is wild, considering celebrities don't owe us a medical chart. Madison Beer is another name that keeps popping up. She's always been slim, but paparazzi shots and stage photos from the past year had fans saying she looked shockingly small. Clips went viral with people claiming she must be on Ozempic or Mounjaro because there's no other explanation, except there literally are other explanations. Still, the intensity of the reaction shows how normalized these medications have become in public speculation, especially for women in their early 20s who never considered overweight to begin with. Bella Hadid is another frequent headline, even though she's openly talked in the past about struggling with health issues and body image. When newer photos showed her looking even slimmer than her already extremely thin modeling days, rumors flared up yet again. Bella has never confirmed using any weight loss medications, but that hasn't stopped the internet from, writing full conspiracy threads like they're solving a crime. And finally, we have Sydney Sweeney. After bulking up for certain acting roles and then appearing much slimmer at events later on, people immediately immediately started whispering Ozempic. She has spoken out about intense training and body changes for roles, but that didn't slow down the speculation machine. Apparently actresses can now either be too curvy or must be medicated. There is no in between according to the comment section. At the end of the day, we don't know these people's medical histories. What we do know is that the obsession with shrinking women's bodies and then panicking when they get too small is a cycle Hollywood has been stuck in for decades.
Oprah lost a lot of weight very quickly a couple years ago, and everyone was convinced that she cheated by stopping Weight Watchers and getting surgery or using weight loss medication. Now, it turns out people were right, as during an interview in December 2023, Oprah said, "I eat my last meal at 4 o'clock, drink a gallon of water a day, and use the Weight Watchers principles of counting points." But then she went on by saying, "I now use an unnamed weight loss drug as I feel I need it, as a tool to manage not yo-yoing. The fact that there's a medically approved prescription for managing weight and staying healthier in my lifetime feels like a relief, like redemption, like a gift, and not something to hide behind and once again ridiculed for." Now, some fans though think that she has gone too far with her look. Rosie O'Donnell has also been raising concern about her rapid weight loss. Now, she's lost a lot of weight, but she has been open about using weight loss medications to help her. When buying new clothes, she said that she was undecided, as I can't see myself in this new smaller body. "I am shocked that I'm a size 12. Monjuro is a lifesaver," she added. Now, in an Instagram post, she spoke more candidly about the change, saying, "I can't believe this is me now. I've lost more weight here. I'm on Monjuro for my diabetes, and one of the side effects is you lose weight. I am one of those people who's always had a weight issue, and now that I'm a size large instead of an XL or 2XL, I find it shocking," Rosie explained in a March TikTok. "I've been wearing elastic waist pants for a very long time," she said. And finally, Meghan Trainor is another celebrity who has gone too far. Now, she has admitted to using weight loss medication, and she is incredibly tiny now, even though she's built her entire brand on not being the perfect size and loving her weight and her curves. Now, how she looks now is nothing like how she did at the beginning of her career, and it doesn't really follow her message of body positivity. Not to mention, Meghan has actually tweaked one of the most iconic lines from one of her biggest hits, All About That Bass, which is a song about not being skinny. Recently, when she was performing the song live, she seemingly switched the line, "It's pretty clear I ain't no size 2, with "It's pretty clear I got some new boobs," and fans were just not having it.
Nikki Glaser has openly admitted to taking Ozempic to aid in her weight loss journey, and she has nothing but love for it. Nikki Glaser put herself in the hot seat after sharing several throwback images of herself from 2009 to show how much she and her career has changed in the past 16 years. She posted 2 photos, one showing her first appearance on The Tonight Show in 2009 and her latest appearance on The Tonight Show in March of 2025. When asked about Ozempic, she said, "Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm like, do it, do it, do it. I have no judgment." Glaser then shared that that the shame that those feel in taking the jab for weight loss only comes from thin people who want you to stay fat, adding they are so mad that users are getting trim because that's all they have. Well, she looks good, and if she likes it, I love it. Post Malone stunned his fans with his dramatic weight loss transformation, causing people to believe that he must be on Ozempic due to the rate at which he lost a ton of weight. Amid the rumors, he opened up about his weight loss journey and revealed how he made a subtle change to his diet and, as a result, shed nearly 60 pounds. He claimed that he did not turn to weight loss medication, but instead changed his diet to go from 240 pounds to 185. Fans aren't convinced, but he looks great. Barbie Ferreira, known for her role as Kat Hernandez in Euphoria, has undergone a very dramatic weight loss transformation that left her fans shocked. Many stated that she looked unrecognizable in recent photos. Now, her change led to speculation that Ferreira may have used Ozempic, with one user lamenting that the medication had a chokehold on the entire industry. While Barbie has historically avoided discussing her size publicly, she opened up 4 years ago about her struggles with mental health, which included anxiety, depression, binge eating, and body image issues. Jesse Plemons' weight loss journey began roughly around the same time the Ozempic fad took over showbiz. But the actor said the secret to his weight loss wasn't any GLP-1 medication, it was intermittent fasting. Now he said, "It's really unfortunate that I decided to get healthy when everyone decided to take Ozempic." He continued to say, "It doesn't matter, everyone's going to think I took Ozempic anyways." The Civil War star said he heard about intermittent fasting from several people and said he just gave it a go and was surprised at how quickly it was effective. But fans aren't buying his fasting explanation, but to each their own. He looks happy and that's all that matters, right? Serena Williams had the internet screaming Ozempic when she flaunted her recent postpartum weight loss journey. A comment on her Instagram post from someone said, "Somehow, now that she's retired, she looks more in shape than she did when she played. Can somebody say Ozempic?" Fans interjected and said at the time, "This is ridiculous. It's called working out. Maybe try it. You literally see her running all the time." Last year, the tennis icon said she lost 10 pounds after she stopped breastfeeding. Ozempic or not, she seems to be loving this new era and we are here for it.
Whoopi Goldberg revealed that she started using weight loss injections around 2022 after a woman thought she was wearing a fat suit in one of her films. Now, it wasn't a fat suit, Whoopi was just 300 pounds at the time. She said, "I'm doing that wonderful shot that works for folks who need some help and it's been really good for me." She revealed her weight loss had been so successful that she'd lost the body weight of 2 people. Then in 2024, she said her weight loss had been aided by Mounjaro injections. "And one of the things that helped me drop the weight is Mounjaro. That's what I used," she said. And Robbie Williams is another star whose look has completely changed after using the weight loss medication. He revealed in an interview in 2023 that he lost more than 25 pounds. He said in an interview, "Babe, I'm on Ozempic. Well, something like Ozempic is like a Christmas miracle." He added later, "In 1997, I won Arse of the Year. I was very proud of it. And then due to Ozempic, I then lost my arse." Now, Robbie also suffers from Ozempic face as it slimmed down and at times makes him look gaunt.
Shay Mooney appears to be on Ozempic. The Dan and Shay musician revealed that he lost 50 pounds in 5 months. The country crooner cited eating clean, cutting out alcohol, and walking 7 miles a day, and some weightlifting as the secrets to his success. On his Instagram stories, he wrote, "I completely changed my lifestyle and I've never felt better physically, mentally, and spiritually." But others aren't so convinced, and based off the quickness in which he lost, many are saying Ozempic has struck again. David Harbour dropped a whopping 80 pounds. The Stranger Things actor revealed that he dropped 80 pounds for his role in season 4 of Stranger Things. He said, "I don't think I'll ever do that again. I have this Santa Claus movie coming out for Universal in December and I gained it all back." Randy Jackson lost an astounding 114 pounds. Now, the former American Idol judge had a major transformation and his weight has fluctuated over the years, with many speculating surgery or medication. Now, Randy has said otherwise though. In a statement made, he once said, "You have to change the way you think about food. You have to almost have a complete divorce breakup and start back bit by bit and find out the things that work with your body." Ross Matthews dropped 50 pounds. The RuPaul's Drag Race judge unveiled his very impressive weight loss a couple years ago and actually shocked fans everywhere. On Instagram, he said, "Breaking the pattern. 50 pounds down today from my height in early June when I decided to reclaim my health after my mom passed away." Now, after photos taken by paparazzi surfaced showing his very dramatic weight loss, it started to circulate. Now, many people questioned whether or not he had some help from you-know-who. Adrienne Ballon lost 20 pounds rather quickly. Now, the former Cheetah Girls star opened up about how staying committed to her wellness journey actually helped her through the time that we had that global health crisis. Now, she said on Instagram, "During this time, more than ever, staying healthy is at the top of my mind. I'm constantly reminding myself that the greatest form of self-love is self-discipline." Now, the only thing is that based off some photos captured by the paparazzi, it seemed more like she lost the weight with help from Ozempic rather than, the so-called healthy habits that she preached about. Missy Elliott dropped 30 pounds and aged backwards. Now, Elliott flaunted her new body on Instagram and said, "Proud to say it's been 4 months and I've only drank water, no other juices or soda, and and I cut out bread, and Lord knows that's been the hardest for me. The rapper, who looks fantastic now, though her weight has fluctuated a bit, not only showed off a slimmed down figure, she also said her new diet helped her skin glow and made her feel less sluggish. Now her comment section was filled with people saying things like, wow, the power of Ozempic has striked again. She hasn't confirmed or denied the rumors, but based off the fact that she's been on the heavier side her whole life and suddenly got really slim, it has people believing it's the GLP-1 medication to blame for that. Demi Moore looks sickly thin in these new photos. Okay, so the internet is spiraling right now because new photos of Demi Moore just dropped, and instead of people talking about the glam, the diamonds, the couture, everyone is asking the same question, which is she okay? So Demi stepped out at the recent Actors Awards, which, was the SAG Awards before, looking polished, poised, and draped in serious Hollywood luxury. We're talking very dramatic silhouettes, hair, full red carpet moment. Now on paper, iconic, but in photos, the conversation shifted very fast because fans immediately noticed how extremely thin she looked, and not in the usual Hollywood slim way. People online were kind of using words like frail, too skinny, and just like sickly thin. I mean, some pointed out her arms and legs looking noticeably smaller than ever before, and others zoomed in on her face saying it looked a lot more gaunt. Now, there were even comments speculating about swelling in her ankles in certain shots. Now, let's be clear, there is no statement from Demi or her team suggesting that anything is wrong at all. There's no confirmed health issues, but the reaction wasn't your typical, petty body shaming comment section. It was honestly genuine concern. And in 2026, the internet doesn't whisper, it screams. Now, the Ozempic speculation started immediately because, of course it did. And at this point, if a celebrity loses 5 pounds, the comment section turns into a pharmaceutical investigation hunt. And people were asking, if she's the latest Hollywood star to join the injectable weight loss era. There's zero proof of that, but that didn't stop the rumors from spreading, obviously. Now, what's interesting is that this isn't the first time Demi's appearance has sparked conversation. She's been in the spotlight for decades. I mean, from Ghost to like G.I. Jane. I mean, she's always been known for being incredibly fit and disciplined, but fans are comparing photos from even a year ago and saying this feels like a dramatic shift. And here's the thing about Hollywood. Extreme thinness gets glamorized until it suddenly just doesn't. I mean, one minute it's high fashion, the next minute it's are we worried? I mean, the line is thin, no pun intended, and some outlets focused on the fashion and the diamonds because yeah, she was dripping in luxury, but you can't scroll 2 comments down without someone saying she looks underweight. And once that narrative starts trending, it snowballs. Now, I'm not here to diagnose anyone. We don't do fake news. We don't invent illnesses. That's not what this is. This is about public reaction to very public photos, and the reaction has been quite loud. I mean, it also speaks to something bigger, the pressure on women in Hollywood to stay impossibly youthful and impossibly small. Demi is 63 years old and still commanding red carpets. I mean, that alone is powerful, but the scrutiny, yeah, it's ruthless. And the internet has turned into this weird place where people, claim concern, but also dissect every inch of someone's body in the same breath. It's like, we're worried about you, followed by 47 zoomed in screenshots. I mean, make it make sense, right? At the end of the day is gonna end. Demi hasn't addressed the chatter. She hasn't responded to the speculation. And honestly, she doesn't owe anyone a medical report. So, now I want to know, do you think this is just exaggerated online drama, or do you think fans have a reason to be concerned? Because one thing about Hollywood, the glam is always flawless until the comment section decides it's not, right?
Kelly Osbourne has been scaring her fans as they are worried for her health. Over the past year, the star has gotten skinnier and skinnier. Fans say she looks like a skeleton now and is barely holding on to life. So, what is the truth? Things came to a head on the weekend when Kelly attended the 2026 Brit Awards with her mother, Sharon Osbourne. While on the red carpet, it was the skinniest people ever saw Kelly. Now, some people thought she was sick, others claimed it was probably Ozempic, while others added that it could have been grief from her father passing last year. Now, after she saw all the controversy, Kelly wasn't having it and called out online trolls who had negative things to say, noting all she has been going through over the past year. She said, "There is a special kind of cruelty in harming someone who is clearly going through something," she said in a statement on her Instagram stories on Sunday. "Kicking me while I'm down, doubting my pain, spreading my struggles as gossip, and turning your back when I need support and love most. None of it proves strength. It only reveals a profound absence of compassion and character," she continued. "I'm currently going through the hardest time in my life. I should not even have to defend myself. But I won't sit here and allow myself to be dehumanized in such a way." she said. Now, this isn't the first time that Kelly has spoken about her weight recently. During an interview with Sharon in December, Piers Morgan showed a now deleted Instagram video from Kelly, who talked about online trolls making comments about her dramatic weight loss and how she's been struggling to eat since the death of her father, the Black Sabbath frontman, on July 22nd, 2025. "You say that I look ill. Well, I am ill right now. My life is completely flipped upside down. I don't understand how people expect me to bounce back and look like everything is just fine in my life when it's not," Kelly said. "My dad just died and I'm doing the best I can, and the only thing I have to live for right now is my family," she added. Now, this wasn't all of it. Some fans have been attacking the star relentlessly. Just last week, Kelly took aim at one particular Instagram comment that referred to the death of her father. "Looks like a dead body. She's too thin and fragile. Looks like she's gonna see her dad soon," one person commented. Now, Kelly shared a screenshot of the comment to her Instagram stories and wrote, "Literally can't believe how disgusting some human beings truly are. No one deserves this sort of abuse. This too shall pass, but like, holy blank." So yes, Kelly knows that she's losing weight and she knows why. She wants people to stop talking about it and being so negative. Now, do you agree with what she's saying, or do you think she's just trying to cover up the real reason why she's gotten so skinny? Ryan Seacrest has been worrying his fans about his new appearance, as some claim that he's gotten too thin in new photos that he's posted online. Now, recently, Ryan posted a photo dump on Instagram and captioned it, "Lately." Now, in one of the photos, he posted his whole body, where fans realized that he looked skinnier than usual, which caused some serious concern. "He looks frail to me. I hope he's doing okay," one worried fan commented. "Ryan, I respect your love for fitness and eating well, but you're looking pretty gaunt," another said, while a third chimed in, "Ryan, you're getting too skinny. Ryan, I adore you, but the big but, you are looking too thin. Sometimes being thin can age a person." Now, there were also people in the comments who supported Ryan and slammed his critics. "I just think it's rude to tell someone they're too skinny. I get told this a lot and I cannot help it with the medication I am on. Be positive and encouraging, y'all," one fan said. Another angrily said, "It's not okay to comment on someone's body, period. Just because he is a male celebrity, this is his personal account." While someone else added, "He's a real human who has feelings and ages and changes. Your concern for him is laced in judgment and is just plain rude. Would you say this to his face? Then don't say them here." Now, Ryan has been open about his past body image issues over the years, as he previously revealed that he was overweight as a child. He had shared that at just 13 years old, he was 180 pounds. "I was overweight because I used to come home and eat a cookie sheet of nachos and watch Oprah every day of my life," he told fans back in 2006. Now, he's also shared stories about swimming with his shirt on and shopping in the plus-size section of retail stores. Now, in 2022, Ryan confessed that he's still affected by the bullying he faced about his weight as a kid. "I cannot get past it. I've talked to our experts about it, but for some reason, I just cannot see that guy," he said. Now, some people even suspect that Ryan might be using Ozempic. Now, the weight loss medication Ozempic is all the craze right now, with a lot of different celebrities on it. Celebrities all over Hollywood have mysteriously been slimming down quickly, and pretty much all of it is due to the weight loss medication. And Ryan even has some markers for it, known as Ozempic face, as his face is thinner and more gaunt, like other people in the comments have pointed out. But a source told Page 6 of Ryan's slimmed down look, Ryan has recently been doing a new workout routine, working with a new trainer, Dodd Ramiro, combined with Pilates and yoga for the first time. That's created a visible change. Now, the insider additionally noted he's also been enjoying vacation time this summer and eating lots of pasta. Regardless of what's going on, we all hope that Ryan is okay.
I was born, but not yesterday. These celebrities have lied about being on Ozempic, and what's worse, they think we believe them. I'm exposing them, so follow along. Khloe Kardashian. My girl Khloe has repeatedly denied being on Ozempic for some time now. In 2023, the reality TV star posted photos of herself on Instagram, which sparked Ozempic accusations in the comments. Now, Khloe fired back in the comments saying, "Let's not discredit my years of working out. I get up 5 days a week at 6 a.m. to train. Please stop with your assumptions. I guess New Year still means mean people. Some fans have questioned Khloe's claims, while others have defended her. One person online who claims to be a fitness trainer slammed Khloe's claims of just having a healthy lifestyle and working out. They said, "Videos I've seen of Khloe show me that her form is horrible. A professional fitness trainer should have corrected that." Lizzo, this singer has repeatedly denied being on Ozempic. She has publicly stated that she achieved her weight loss through 5 months of weight training and a calorie deficit. She has directly addressed comments questioning whether she used Ozempic or another substance, expressing her annoyance at the speculation. Now, Lizzo has been open about her struggles with anxiety and emotional eating, which have influenced her approach to weight loss. Now, in March, Lizzo told the New York Times that she has been methodical, and losing weight very slowly, noting that she has been dieting and just exercising. She said, "I'm taking the time every day to put some love into my body. There is never a day when I regret taking a walk or doing some Pilates." She then added, "My body is nobody's business," which, yeah, true, but social media has dragged her and called her out, claiming she's 100% lying, and sources close to her have allegedly confirmed that she is taking Ozempic weekly in order to lose the weight. Alabama Barker. You may know her as Travis Barker's daughter or Kourtney Kardashian's stepdaughter, or you may just know her for her current beef with Miss, Catch Me Outside, Danielle Bregoli. Either way, Alabama Barker has joined the group of celebrities taking weight loss medication, but she has denied it religiously. Now, the daughter of Travis Barker and his ex-wife, Shanna Moakler, finally, though, did make an admission in a July 2024 selfie-style video that showed her applying her makeup. Now, this came months after she repeatedly denied being on anything to lose weight after fans kept dragging her through the mud to admit it. She said, "I have this thing where I photograph so ugly and people are like, 'Oh my god, you're so fat and you're so ugly,' and it's I see what you guys are seeing, but just meet me in person. I feel like I don't look like that." Now, in the next breath, however, she added, "But I am on a weight loss medication because I'm tired of being fat and photographing like a damn ogre." Although Alabama did not name what medication she's on, we are led to believe it's what everyone else has guessed all along, Ozempic.
Kelly Osbourne, her extreme transformation, the internet freaked out. Some drooled, most panicked, and a few just wanted to tear her apart. Kelly didn't defend herself, classy, but the comments, savage, relentless, Hunger Games level cruelty. She's the official poster child for Hollywood transformations that terrified the public, and let's be honest, she looks amazing, which makes the shade even worse. Now, Ariana Grande has a tiny voice, tiny frame, massive chaos. Ozempic rumors set Twitter on fire. Obsessive threads, endless memes, critiques of every outfit and angle. Fans complained that her weight loss overshadowed her music. Yes, because apparently your opinion matters more than her career. Now, Ariana stayed silent, probably sipping tea, but the internet, they're still circling like wolves. Glow up or not, she's being tried daily. Now there's Khloe Kardashian. Always in the spotlight, always under scrutiny. Now, her transformation was red carpet carnage. Paparazzi snapped every angle, and fans noticed every change. Critics called it insane and unrealistic. She didn't ask for this attention, but honey, in Hollywood, drama finds you like a bad ex. Social media is hungry, vicious, and relentless, and she's the main course. Then there's Miley Cyrus. Once edgy, now an extreme glow up in motion. Rumors of Ozempic have had the internet spinning. Her new frame sparked conversations about health, aesthetics, and Hollywood pressure. Some applauded, but others called it scary. But the consensus, everyone wants to judge her body, and Miley is right in the crosshairs. Now, this isn't a transformation, it's a spectacle. Moving on to Rihanna, a style icon, music legend, and apparently the internet's latest obsession over dramatic weight loss. Every red carpet appearance is analyzed, every outfit criticized. Some say she's looking amazing, but others scream too much too fast. Social media, well, it's relentless, unforgiving. Rihanna didn't ask for the attention, but in Hollywood, you don't get privacy, you get the claws. And let's be honest, the internet isn't gentle. These glow-ups aren't just transformations, they're public entertainment. Memes, hot takes, savage comments. It's a feeding frenzy, and those stars, they are the main course. Now, if you think one of them got roasted harder than the rest, drop it in the comments. And don't even try to defend them, because social media isn't here to hold hands. Thanks for watching, I'm Emily, and remember, in Hollywood, losing pounds isn't glamorous, it's dangerous. Stay tuned, because the next roast is always worse. Sharon Osbourne is probably the poster child for Ozempic and how fast and well it can work. Although Sharon has seemed to go too far with it though, as she looks sick, not skinny. She's revealed that she's lost over 40 pounds on medication, and for someone who is already on the smaller side, this is concerning. But even Sharon knows that she's gone too far, which is a good thing, as she claims she's trying to get to a healthy weight to maintain. Now, typically Ozempic is meant to be taken long term, but Sharon stopped taking the medication after a year because she couldn't stop losing weight. I'm too gaunt and I can't put any weight on. I want to because I feel I'm too skinny. I didn't want to get this thin, it just happened, Sharon said on Piers Morgan Uncensored. And when she was asked if being on Ozempic was a positive experience for her, Sharon was honest, replying yes and no. I can't put on weight now, and I don't know what it's done to my metabolism, but I just can't seem to put any on because I think I went too far. Oprah lost a lot of weight very quickly a couple years ago, and everyone was convinced that she cheated by stopping Weight Watchers and getting surgery or using weight loss medication. Now, it turns out people were right, as during an interview in December 2023, Oprah said, "I eat my last meal at 4 o'clock, drink a gallon of water a day, and use the Weight Watchers principles of counting points." But then she went on by saying, "I now use an unnamed weight loss drug as I feel I need it, as a tool to manage not yo-yoing." The fact that there's a medically approved prescription for managing weight and staying healthier in my lifetime feels like a relief, like redemption, like a gift, and not something to hide behind and once again ridiculed for. Now, some fans though think that she has gone too far with her look. Rosie O'Donnell has also been raising concern about her rapid weight loss. Now, she's lost a lot of weight, but she has been open about using weight loss medications to help her. When buying new clothes, she said that she was undecided, as I can't see myself in this new smaller body. "I am shocked that I'm a size 12, Monjuro is a lifesaver," she added. Now, in an Instagram post, she spoke more candidly about the change, saying, "I can't believe this is me now, I've lost more weight here. I'm on Monjuro for my diabetes, and one of the side effects is you lose weight. I am one of those people who's always had a weight issue, and now that I'm a size large instead of an XL or 2XL, I find it shocking," Rosie explained in a March TikTok. "I've been wearing elastic waist pants for a very long time," she said. And finally, Meghan Trainor is another celebrity who has gone too far. Now, she has admitted to using weight loss medication, and she is incredibly tiny now, even though she's built her entire brand on not being the perfect size and loving her weight and her curves. Now, how she looks now is nothing like how she did at the beginning of her career, and it doesn't really follow her message of body positivity. Not to mention, Meghan has actually tweaked one of the most iconic lines from one of her biggest hits, All About That Bass, which is a song about not being skinny. Recently, when she was performing the song live, she seemingly switched the line, "It's pretty clear I ain't no size 2, with "It's pretty clear I got some new boobs," and fans were just not having it.
First up, Demi Moore. She had everyone talking this award season. At the SAG Awards, better known as now the Actors Awards, people immediately noticed how thin she looked. You know, there were sharp collarbones, super narrow frame, and the concern only got louder at the Oscars. She wore this very dramatic emerald green Gucci gown with black feathers, and while it was stunning, fans couldn't stop focusing on how fragile she looked underneath it. And insiders are even saying that, looks like that are sometimes designed to distract from extreme weight loss, not exactly comforting. Next up, Barbie Ferreira. This one shocked people. Barbie built her entire image around body confidence and rejecting unrealistic standards. So when she showed up looking significantly slimmer, snatched waist, noticeably smaller frame, people were genuinely confused. Not in a judgmental way, but more like a, wait, what are we watching? Another body standard shift happen right in front of our eyes? Then there's Lizzo. She's been open about her weight loss, and she pulled up to the Vanity Fair after party looking noticeably slimmer. And listen, she's made it very clear she's doing this on her own terms, but that didn't stop the internet from spiraling, of course, because even when, the face of body positivity activity is shrinking, people are going to start wondering if the pressure in Hollywood is louder than anyone's actually admitting. Now let's talk about Katy Perry. Fans have been side-eyeing her recent appearances, pointing out how much thinner she looks compared to before, and it's not just casual comments, it's like full-on debates online about whether this is natural, industry pressure, or something else entirely. I mean, maybe it's her new relationship, who knows? Either way, people are noticing the change, and they're not staying quiet about it. Then we have Christina Aguilera. Now, she's another one that sparked major conversation lately. Christina has always had a curvier, powerful presence, and now she's looking dramatically slimmer. Fans are split. I mean, some are hyping her up, others are very concerned. A lot of people are just confused about how fast the transformation actually happened. And finally, we have Oprah Winfrey. Now, she's been very open about using weight loss medication, and her transformation has been very visible, but her situation kind of opened the floodgates for, a bigger conversation, because now people are wondering, how many other celebrities are doing the same thing? Just without saying it. And that's where things start to feel a little off, because this isn't just one or two people making personal changes. This is like a pattern. It's a lot of celebrities now. A very specific, very noticeable shift back to extreme thinness that we had back in the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, it's happening very fast.
Scott Disick had a lot of people concerned over him as he appeared to be dropping weight rapidly. Now, he didn't look well as his face appeared to be sunken in and gaunt. Now, people were worried that he might have been taking substances and not taking care of himself. I mean, even during an episode of The Kardashians, Kris Jenner told Scott how worried she was about his recent appearance. But then it was accidentally revealed that Scott was taking weight loss medication, and that was the reason for his drastic body transformation. During a clip of the show with his fridge open, you can spot the medication. He went on to say, "I've gained a lot of weight here because of my back," he told Khloe and Kris, who were visiting his house at the time and checking out his eating habits. Now, in an October 2023 episode, Scott admitted to being barely mobile, telling Khloe, "Since the car accident, everything has changed. I haven't been able to run around, I've gained weight." But has he now gone too far now? Is this another addiction? Elon Musk said Ozempic made him fit, ripped, and healthy. Now, back in November, a side-by-side comparison showing how much weight Elon lost in recent months went viral online, and it left many wondering if he had undergone weight loss surgery. Now, he addressed the rumors via Twitter, and he insisted he had not gone under the knife. Elon said he lost almost 30 pounds while taking the medication Ozempic. A fan on Twitter asked what the secret was to his new slimmed down appearance. "You've lost a ton of weight, Elon. Keep up the fantastic work." To which Elon replied saying down 30 pounds. And when asked what made the most difference, he said fasting plus Ozempic/Wegovy and no tasty food near me. Then there's Fat Joe, except he doesn't really live up to his name anymore because he's lost so much weight. Now, Fat Joe admitted that he used Ozempic to help shed a whopping 200 pounds in an interview with Us Weekly shared on October 14th, 2024. Ozempic says you may only have 2 pieces of your favorite stuff, he told the outlet. Now, Fat Joe said that he's also focused on portion control and learning how to eat in moderation. During an appearance on the Today Show in August 2023, comedian Tracy Morgan admitted that he takes Ozempic. "Ozempic did great by me and I was glad to use it. I take Ozempic every Thursday," he said. "It cuts my appetite in half. Now I only eat half a bag of Doritos." Now, as for his gym routine, he added, "I get up at 7 every morning and I'm in the gym at 10, then I go back to sleep. That's my life," he said. Now, it seems like he's been taking good care of himself, although in an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Morgan joked that he learned to out-eat Ozempic and gained 40 pounds from it. Now, he later clarified that this was a joke and that the medication was actually helping him lose weight.
Meghan Trainor breaks down after suffering from Ozempic weight loss, and it's not good. Meghan Trainor, the all about that base queen, well, she just went from base to what exactly? Because lately she's been dealing with the blowback of a major glow down. 60 pounds later, and apparently 100% of the internet losing their minds. Suddenly she's unrecognizable, too thin, walking nose, whatever that means. And where's the base gone? People who used to body shame her for curves are now screaming about her being skinny. Classic, typical Hollywood, am I right? The same ones begging for body positivity when the curves were there are now thirsty for commentary when the curves are gone. Here's what really went down though. After having her second child, Meghan decided to get very serious about her health. She teamed up with a dietitian, hit the gym with a trainer, cleaned up her lifestyle, and yes, she also took the GLP-1 medication Mounjaro. She said she wanted to come back stronger for herself and for her kids. And for a bit, that seemed to work, but now she's under fire. On a talk show, she admitted that, seeing those nasty comments, people blasting her for daring to change, actually made her cry. She said it felt like a flame went off and she got attacked by so many mean comments. And even though she tries to ignore, negativity, sometimes it does get under your skin. She admitted those trolls just broke her heart. She was honest and vulnerable. She said, "I'm taking care of myself. I feel better than ever, but also it broke me." She called out the hypocrisy. When she was, curvy, people judged her for being too big. Now that she's slim, they act like she's a ghost. Either way, she's getting dragged. Of course, she didn't let the hate win though. She flipped it into art. Her new single, Still Don't Care, is basically her therapy. Her mic drop on all the haters telling her what to do with her body. She uses the negativity, the trolling, the tears, and she's turning it into music. Real talk, real pain, real empowerment. Now, ultimately, Meghan's message is very, very simple. She's not doing this for attention or clout. She's doing it for her health, her sanity, her kids, and if you don't like the new version, cool. But guess what? She says she still does not care. All About the Bass has turned into all about that sass, which is kind of relatable right now. So to all the people policing bodies on the internet, pick a lane, please, because, whether she was curvy, slim, or, somewhere in between, trying to decide for her, that's what the kids call cringe. Meghan Trainor came for health. People responded with judgment. She cried, she processed, she created music, she moved on. And that, my friends, is how you handle body shamers, with honesty, strength, and a really good beat. Nicole Kidman looks sickly thin in these new photos. When Nicole Kidman stepped onto the red carpet at the Academy Awards this year, it should have been one of those classic Hollywood moments, legendary actress, flashing cameras, couture fashion, the whole, glamorous movie star spectacle. And to be fair, the look itself was very much giving old school Hollywood. Now, Nicole arrived wearing a custom Chanel gown, elegant, dramatic, exactly the kind of couture moment, you'd expect from someone who has basically lived on red carpets for the past 3 decades. But the second photos from the night hit the internet, people stopped kind of talking about the dress and started talking about her body. Now, within minutes, the images started going viral and social media did what it does best, zooming in like it was analyzing security footage. Fans quickly pointed out that Nicole looked noticeably slimmer than usual. I mean, her arms, shoulders, and just overall frame appeared much thinner than what people were used to seeing. And suddenly, the Oscars red carpet turned into a full-blown online debate. Some fans said she looked shockingly thin. Others said she just simply looked frail. And then right on schedule, the Ozempic speculation showed up. Suddenly, everyone online became a nutrition expert, a doctor, and a body language analyst all at once. Now, to be very clear, Nicole Kidman has never confirmed anything about the speculation surrounding her appearance. There's been no statements, no interviews addressing it, nothing. Just these, photos from the Oscars and the internet kind of running with its own theories, which is kind of wild when you think about it, because we're talking about Nicole Kidman, an Academy Award winner, Emmy winner, Golden Globe magnate, and one of the most successful actresses in Hollywood history. She's been dominating the industry since the early 90s and has starred in everything from massive blockbuster films to critically acclaimed dramas. I mean, this isn't someone new trying to survive their first red carpet. This is someone who has spent more than 30 years in the spotlight. And yet the moment new Oscar photos appear, the entire conversation online suddenly shifts to her weight. Not her acting, not her projects, not the fact that she shared a nostalgic moment during the ceremony with Ewan McGregor while celebrating the anniversary of their iconic film, Moulin Rouge. Nope, the internet immediately turned the moment into a panel discussion about whether she looks too thin or not. And the reaction sparked a much bigger conversation people have been having lately about Hollywood body standards. I mean, because Nicole wasn't the only celebrity people were talking about last night. I mean, across the Oscars, red carpet fans kind of started noticing what they believed was a trend. Several stars appearing dramatically slimmer than they had in the previous appearances, which kind of led to one uncomfortable question popping up everywhere online. Is the ultra thin Hollywood beauty standard are quietly making a comeback. I mean, if that sounds familiar, it's because we've absolutely seen this before. The late 90s and early 2000s were basically the Olympics of unrealistic body expectations in Hollywood. I mean, being extremely thin wasn't just encouraged, it was practically the job description for leading actresses. For years, the industry claimed it had moved past that era. There were conversations about body positivity, healthier standards, yada yada, allowing women to age without being scrutinized like lab experiments. But when those Oscar photos of Nicole Kidman hit the internet, a lot of people started wondering if, Hollywood might be drifting back towards those same expectations again. Very toxic. Meanwhile, Nicole herself has stayed completely silent about the whole situation. No clapbacks, no explanations, no addressing the speculation, just business as usual. So while the internet is zooming into Oscar photos like detectives in a crime documentary, she's still out here producing projects, starring in major films and series, and maintaining a career that most actors could only dream of having. In Hollywood, it doesn't matter how legendary your career is, the internet will still find something to talk about. And this time, it was Nicole Kidman's Oscar red carpet moment, custom Chanel gown and all, that set the entire conversation on fire. Let me know your thoughts on this. Oprah looks sickly thin in these new photos, and the internet is losing it. So Oprah Winfrey stepped out at Paris Fashion Week recently, and the internet immediately went into full detective mode, not because of what she wore, but because people could not stop talking about how incredibly thin she looked. The 72-year-old media mogul was spotted sitting front row at the Chloe show in Paris wearing high-waisted jeans, a cream top, and a brown jacket. Very classic, very effortless, very I'm Oprah and I own half the world. But the real headline wasn't the outfit, it was her noticeably slimmer frame that had people online zooming into photos like they were analyzing security footage. And listen, when Oprah changes her appearance, people notice. I mean, this woman has basically lived her entire adult life in the public eye, and her weight journey has been talked about for decades. From the infamous moment in the late 80s when she wheeled out a wagon filled with 67 pounds of fat on her talk show to symbolize the weight she had lost, to years of dieting, lifestyle changes, and everything in between. I mean, Oprah has been very open about the struggle. But recently, she revealed something that changed the conversation completely. In 2023, Oprah admitted she started using a GLP-1 weight loss medication after realizing something that a lot of doctors have been saying for years. Obesity isn't just about willpower, it's actually a very complex medical condition. Now, according to Oprah, the medication helped quiet what she called food noise. Now, basically, that constant, mental chatter about food, cravings, hunger, and all the things that kind of make weight loss feel like a never-ending battle. Now, once that noise calmed down for her, she said she finally felt like she had control over her health in a way that she really just hadn't before. Now, fast forward to Paris Fashion Week, and suddenly the photos hit the internet, and people were stunned. I mean, reports say Oprah has lost more than 50 pounds during her health journey, and the difference is definitely noticeable. And of course, because it's the internet, the reactions were all over the place. Some people were praising her, saying she looks incredible and youthful. Others immediately started doing what the internet loves to do best, which is diagnosing celebrities from their couch. You know the vibe. Now, comment sections, full of people suddenly acting like licensed dermatologists, nutritionists, and facial structure, analysis were all chiming in as well. You've probably seen the phrase floating around lately, Ozempic face, now the internet's favorite new buzzword. And anytime a celebrity loses weight quickly, people start analyzing cheekbones, like they're judging a sculpture competition. But Oprah has actually been pretty honest about the entire journey. She said for years she blamed herself for struggling with weight, thinking it was purely about discipline. Now she believes biology plays a much bigger role than people realize. And honestly, the bigger point here is that the entire conversation around weight loss is changing. These new medications have completely shifted the discussion in Hollywood and beyond, and suddenly celebrities who struggled for years are losing significant weight, and the public is trying to figure out what's natural, what's medical, and what's just good lighting and a Paris runway angle. But let's also remember something important. Oprah has been under a microscope for over 40 years. She's built a billion-dollar empire, launched countless careers, given away cars like they're party favors, and somehow people are still debating her body like it's breaking news. I mean, whether people think she looks amazing, too thin, or just different from what they're used to seeing, one thing about Oprah is guaranteed. If she walks into a room, people are going to talk. And when she walks into Paris Fashion Week looking dramatically slimmer than ever, the internet is absolutely going to lose its mind. Katy Perry's almost completely unrecognizable in these new photos. Who or what is to blame? Is her divorce from Orlando Bloom taking a toll, or is this another case of Ozempic? Let's see. Okay, so who is that woman at Paris Fashion Week, and what has she done with Katy Perry? Because let me tell you, fans are absolutely spiraling after Katy stepped out in Paris looking, well, like a completely different person. And now the internet is asking the question nobody wants to ask, but everyone is thinking, is Ozempic to blame? Katy attended the Balenciaga show in a black latex look that was giving dominatrix Matrix reboot energy. But people couldn't focus on the outfit. Nope, all eyes were on her face. More specifically, what appeared to be a dramatically slimmer, hollowed out version of Katy we've all known since her whipped cream bra days. Now, comment sections instantly lit up with phrases like Ozempic face, she looks so different, and the classic, wait, that's Katy Perry? Now, before the Katy cats come for me, I'm not dragging, I'm just reporting. And listen, the woman is 39 pushing 40 and still out here looking hot in latex, but this isn't about aging gracefully or switching up your look. This is about the undeniable wave of celebrity face shrinkage we're seeing right now, thanks to the rise of weight loss injectables like Ozempic and Mounjaro. And let's be real, Katy's face has changed drastically. She's always had those gorgeous round cheeks and youthful glow, but now her jawline is like razor sharp, her cheeks are almost non-existent, and her eyes look slightly more deep set. It's like the classic signs of what people are calling Ozempic face, a side effect of, well, rapid fat loss that can leave people looking gaunt or even prematurely aged. And no, I'm not saying Katy confirmed she's on Ozempic. She hasn't said a word, but the speculation is everywhere, especially after that viral Facebook video that had people gasping in the comments over how unrecognizable she looked. What's also fueling the fire? Well, Katy's sitting front row next to none other than Lauren Sanchez, aka Jeff Bezos' new wifey, who's also been accused of dabbling in the skinny shot lifestyle. Now, coincidence? Maybe. Hollywood power, click aesthetic? Likely. Now, this isn't the first time fans have questioned Katy's evolving look either. Back in 2022, she sparked plastic surgery rumors after a very tight-faced American Idol appearance. But she clapped back, saying she's never had work done, only under eye filler, which she was very open about. And hey, props to her for being transparent, but with the current celeb trend of deny, deny, deny until you drop 30 pounds in 30 days, people are skeptical because this is exactly how the Ozempic era is playing out. You know, subtle shifts, gaunt cheeks, and celebs claiming it's just clean eating and dieting and working out. At the end of the day, maybe Katy's just evolving, maybe she's experimenting with her look, or maybe she's just tired of being called, you know, quirky and decided to go full, you know, fashion villa in Paris, basically. But whatever it is, fans can't ignore the shift and the conversation around Ozempic face. It's not going anywhere, especially when more and more celebs are showing up looking less like themselves and more like slightly, you know, haunted versions of their former faces. So what do you guys think though? Is this just fashion week glam gone wrong, or is Ozempic becoming Hollywood's worst kept secret?
Demi Lovato looks completely different and people think that she might be on Ozempic. Now, many people have expressed concern over Demi's appearance recently as she slimmed down so much. But after she posted some snaps of herself in a tiny black bikini earlier this month, accusations of her using the popular weight loss medication spread like wildfire in the comment section. "Honey, just stop the Ozempic," one person wrote. "Demi, I love you so much, but stop right now with the Ozempic. You've been perfect for ages. Please keep some curves," another said. "She has the Ozempic drop in her cheeks," someone added, while a fourth said Ozempic queen with a crown emoji. Now, the fact that Demi's been losing weight and changing so much has people concerned, as she has been open about her struggle with disordered eating. She said on Penn Badgley's Pod Crushed podcast in October of 2024, "I have a treatment team that I work with that helps me stay in recovery. I'm trying to learn body acceptance rather than body positivity, because body positivity feels like I can't even reach that yet. I have to work on body acceptance, body neutrality, because that feels like a goal I can reach." But if Demi actually is on Ozempic, this would not be good for her. Demi looked fit in these new photos with a defined jawline and cheekbones. While most fans were thrilled to see her happy and beautiful, others wondered how she looked so different all of a sudden. "How did she lose the weight like that?" one fan asked, while another wrote, "Lost another soldier to the copy and paste plastic surgery trend." One person commented, "I'm confused. reviews, "This doesn't look like Demi, lol," and one Instagram user questioned, "Did you use Ozempic? Demi, what did you do? Why does everyone have surgery?" And one fan even wrote, "You look unrecognizable." And I have to say that I agree with these comments. Now, Demi has been honest in the past about using fillers, but could she have done more to achieve her new look? Many people think so. In 2024, Demi spoke to People magazine and said, "I'm always transparent with my fans, and this is something I wanted to share. It normalizes it and takes the taboo away from injectables. It's all about what makes you feel like your best self," she said. "Don't listen to naysayers, do what makes you feel comfortable in your own skin." She continued by saying that she gets Zomin injections every 3 months and that her treatment gives her natural looking results. But some fans think that she's gone overboard or decided to get other procedures done. And I mean, Demi looks completely different. In one of her photos, I actually thought it was James Charles and not Demi because she looked that different. Now, whatever she's doing, we just hope that she's doing it safely and is truly happy with herself, as we don't want to see anything bad happen to her. Lindsay Lohan just had her birthday and she's looking as slim as ever. I mean, she looks like she's back in her 20s again with her youthful look. People though think that she's achieved this due to medication and different procedures. Now, in a March 2024 interview, Lindsay talked about the current skinny trend and how everyone is on Ozempic. She said, "Everyone's getting so thin now, I feel like everything always comes back full circle again, so this is that moment, and this too shall pass." But it does seem like there's pressure, she told the outlet. At the time, she wasn't really thinking about losing weight as she had just given birth to her son. "I was so attached to my son that my last thought was going on the treadmill," she continued. "I also feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves to have to look good so soon, but you look so beautiful postpartum. Give yourself time," she said. People now, though, think she has changed her mind, as at the end of 2024, she shocked everyone when she came out looking as young as ever. Now, many people speculate that this was due to plastic surgery. Plastic surgeons believe that it's a mixture of injectables like Botox, a brow lift, lip and cheek filler, as well as surgical procedures like an upper bleph, an endoscopic facelift, and a submental liposuction, which removes fat from the neck and chin. Now, fans were absolutely amazed by her transformation. Lindsay Lohan has the best facial plastic surgery in Hollywood, and it's not even close, read one December 2024 post on X, while another wrote, "If I could go to Lindsay Lohan's surgeon, I'd get a whole new face." Now, Lindsay, though, has shot down any plastic surgery rumors with an interview with Allure in October 2024, explaining that her new look is simply due to good skincare, although she does dabble in beauty technology on occasion. "I've tried Morpheus, IPL, and lasers," she said. "I try not to do them too much, but I'm always interested in what else is out there, what else is coming out." Fans, though, aren't too convinced. Now, in another interview with her publicist this year, they denied it again. The publicist shared, "The second she looks any different, they assume she had her face lifted at 37 or 38, that she's ripped apart this or that. It's so mean." Lindsay then chimed in by saying, "I'm like, when, with what time, where?" As Lindsay's publicist then explained, she apparently wouldn't have had time to even get a facelift. "I tried to figure that out, Linz, in the last 3 years, when you had time to do anything because I know your schedule," she joked. So the haters can hate and be jealous, it just sucks that's where they go with women in today's world. Women can't just look good to look good and change their lifestyle to be more healthy. Now, Lindsay added, "You just have to do it and ignore everyone else." And again, she said that her new look was due to a new skincare routine, a healthier diet, and some less invasive procedures like laser facials, and some Botox. "Everyone does Botox," Lindsay said simply.
Amy, is that you, girl? Amy, no humor. I mean, Schumer is almost unrecognizable in these new photos. Fans are losing it, so let's get into it. Amy Schumer just dropped new photos and people are doing double takes. Her legs look like they've been through like a massive glow up. So the internet's asking what happened, and more importantly, is Ozempic the culprit, like usual? So let's unpack this for a moment, shall we? She posted an Instagram of her in a short black dress in Las Vegas with some friends, Jillian Bell and Alex metallic sacs and captioned it, "Loving the love. My legs, thank you." And yes, people lost their minds. Like, speaking head in silhouette, Chelsea Handler wrote, "Yes, look at this pic." Kathy Griffin joked, "I'm so mad about your legs. I can barely talk to you." And Amy Sedaris chimed in saying, "You look incredible. Like, look at those pins." But behind all of the applause, Amy's been very public about her weight loss journey and actually how Ozempic almost like wrecked her completely. She says she tried Ozempic back in 2022, but it just was not livable for her. She said she got so sick that she was actually bedridden, vomiting so hard she couldn't even play with her 6-year-old son, Gene. I mean, she recounted being on the floor while her kid asked her to play tag. You know, she said she called out the performative denials from others using it. And I mean, everyone has been lying, saying, "Oh, smaller portions." She said, "Just stop. You are on Ozempic or one of those things, or you get work done." If she got lipo, you know, she'd say she got lipo, basically is what she's saying. I mean, no BS. So yes, her transformation is real, but her take is this: medication is a tool. It's not magic. And for her, it came with a cost, so she's not doing it anymore. Her story sits in a bigger conversation though. Lots of celebrities are talking about weight loss medication like Ozempic or Mounjaro or Wegovy or whatever other GLP medication there is. Some swear by them, others say they induce nausea, weakness, or sometimes even worse, like hospital visits. Schumer's critique is very sharp, so let's stop pretending, you know, diets alone did it. Be honest and don't glamorize or stigmatize choices. Now, at the end of the day, Amy isn't endorsing or judging. She's just simply saying, "I tried it. It almost took me out, but here I am." And that, my friends, is how you glow up, you know, with teeth. Has Zoe Kravitz become another casualty to Ozempic? Fans think so, since these recent photos have surfaced. Zoe Kravitz stepped out in NYC recently, and the internet absolutely exploded, but not in the usual style goals kind of way. She was leaving the Bowery Hotel in the East Village rocking a vintage Black History Month tee, barely there black track shorts, dainty kitten heels, oversized sunglasses, and of course, an iced coffee. Totally Zoe, but this time the chatter wasn't about the outfit. It was actually about her body. People barely recognized her, and now the internet wants to know, is Ozempic to blame? The photos had fans instantly divided. Some were here for the look, calling it iconic, effortless, and classic Zoe energy. Others, not so kind. The comment section lit up with words like too thin, malnourished, and she doesn't look healthy. And of course, the breakup with Channing Tatum last year got dragged into it because apparently if a woman loses weight after a breakup, the world assumes heartbreak or these days a prescription. Then came the Ozempic whispers, you know, the medication originally made for diabetes that somehow turned into Hollywood's favorite weight loss cheat code. Yeah, everyone from Sharon Osbourne to Oprah to literally half of your favorite reality stars have been linked to it. And even if there's zero confirmation Zoe's using it, no reps have said a thing, the internet doesn't need receipts to start a rumor. But it didn't stop there. Some fans jumped to her defense, calling the, out of the body shaming and reminding people that Zoe's always had a slim frame, which, to be fair, is true. She's never been curvy or full figured. This look is definitely more striking, but is it really that far from her usual aesthetic? Or is it just that we're looking harder now that Ozempic is everyone's favorite scapegoat? Also worth mentioning, Zoe's got a lot going on. I mean, she just landed an Emmy nomination for her role on Apple TV's The Studio, and she was recently spotted at a show with Austin Butler. So yeah, she's living life. And who knows? I mean, new projects, new routines, new relationships, maybe even stress. I mean, any of that could explain the physical changes. But the timing is wild. I mean, in 2025, Ozempic is more than a weight loss trend. It's literally a cultural obsession. It's showing up in memes, red carpets, and pharmacy shortage headlines. People who need it medically can't even get their hands on it, and meanwhile, TikTok is full of before and after slideshows. So when someone like Zoe shows up looking drastically different, well, the assumption isn't diet and exercise, it's Ozempic. Let's be real, she does look thinner than usual in these pics, but that doesn't mean she's on anything. People's bodies do change, and the internet needs to kind of calm down with the jump scares every time a celebrity gains or loses 5 pounds. So is it fair to speculate? Probably not. Is it going to stop people? Definitely not. But unless Zoe or her team actually speak on it, all we're doing is gossiping. And let's not forget, I mean, this is a woman who's been in the spotlight her whole life. She knows how to navigate a look, a photo op, and a rumor mill. If there's something she wants us to know, she will say it. Until then, maybe we just let Zoe Kravitz drink her iced coffee in peace.
Some people are saying that Selena Gomez is on Ozempic, but what is the truth? Now, Selena recently shared a mirror selfie on Instagram where she was sporting a simple black tube top and exposing her midriff. Now, it was a photo meant to promote her brand, Rare Beauty, but more people were focused on the singer's looks, more specifically, her weight. Not long after the selfie went viral and was reposted by several different media platforms, commenters began to accuse her of using weight loss drugs due to how much smaller she seems. And I mean, Ozempic is all the craze right now with celebrities in Hollywood, so is it a possibility that she's on it? Now, Selena has been outspoken in the past about her lupus diagnosis, and subsequent symptoms have affected her body as she has been known to fluctuate with her weight. Now, at the beginning of 2025, she announced that her lupus was in remission, and she started transforming into the once healthy star we watch grow up. Still, in the last few months, she's been looking thinner than ever and has started making fans and other internet users speculate that something is going on behind the scenes besides her lupus. Now, fans commented under the recent photo, asking the star what she's done. One user called the picture an Ozempic selfie and added, "What else is new?" Another harshly joked that Selena was an Ozempic ambassador, as an additional user accused the selfie being taken with the power of Ozempic. Did she Photoshop her body? Asked another user, cause wow. Now, Selena hasn't commented on the Ozempic comments yet, but she never hesitates to shut down negative remarks about her physical appearance. Last November, after trolls criticized her look at the Los Angeles premiere of her film Amelia Perez, accusing her of hiding her figure, she fiercely clapped back. "This makes me sick," she said. "I have SIBO in my small intestine. It flares up. I don't care that I don't look like a stick figure. I don't have that body," she slammed. End of the story. No, I'm not a victim. I'm just human. And yeah, dissing people for their weight gain or loss isn't that cool. Selena Gomez has been open in the past about her weight gain due to certain medications, and it's made her insecure, and then at some points she didn't like her body. So yes, Selena has lost a lot of weight, but her lifestyle has changed. With her lupus in remission, she's surely feeling better, and is probably able to do exercise and take care of her body better. And don't forget, she's also gearing up for her wedding to her fiance Benny Blanco in the next couple of months. Also, Benny loves to cook and has said many times that he likes cooking for the two of them. So maybe she's been eating healthier than before. Now, with all these different things going on, it's not hard to understand that her body would change and she would lose some weight. And who knows, maybe her doctor prescribed her Ozempic to help her with some of her lupus symptoms. Regardless though, I don't think it's any of our business. As long as Selena is healthy and happy, that's all that matters.
How far would you go to be perfect for something? Some actors are willing to take things to the absolute limit, and people can't help but worry about those long-term effects. When it comes to extreme weight loss for a role, you cannot beat Christian Bale. He lost so much weight he was almost unrecognizable, and rumor is he nearly passed away. The role in question was Trevor from The Machinist. The movie was a thriller about a person suffering from chronic insomnia and how that affects their lifestyle. While the film is very strong on its own, it's been slightly overshadowed by the fact that Christian Bale is literally skin and bones. To get to that point, the man apparently ate an average of 100 calories per day, so that's like a diet of apples, water, and coffee with a smoking habit to really help curb that appetite. Though he hit a weight of 120 pounds, rumor out there is that Bale wanted to go further and drop 5 more, but was warned against it as he was at a serious risk of passing away. Bale has since spoken about his experience preparing and playing the physically demanding role, saying that he could barely run or walk up a flight of stairs without becoming completely exhausted. He says that the one positive part of the experience was that he ended up in a sort of zen state. It sounds like his body was shutting down and he wasn't feeling the physical sensations of being alive as much, and was left much to his own thoughts. Despite the movie being quite good and a certified cult classic, it continues to be a topic of conversation thanks in large part to Bale's commitment to every aspect of the role. Of course, he did all this with a team of help and supervision, as many big celebrities do. It wouldn't be safe otherwise. It's hard to imagine that just 1 year after this movie came out, audiences saw him in Batman Begins playing the Prince of Gotham City for the first time. Putting photos of the two performances side by side, it's hard to believe that they are the same person. A close second to Christian Bale's dramatic transformation is that of Chris Hemsworth for the film In the Heart of the Sea, and just before that, Black Hat. Hemsworth shocked the world with his dramatic transformation on his social media in 2015 when he posted a behind-the-scenes look at his character in Heart of the Sea. In the photo, Hemsworth is barely recognizable. For one, he is pretty dirty and has a very long beard and very long hair, but more than that, fans were concerned because he didn't look anything like himself. He was very slim in the shot, but that was the whole point. Hemsworth drew attention to his physical appearance, captioning the post, "Just tried a new diet/training program called Lost at Sea, wouldn't recommend it." His character was stranded at sea for 90 days in the film. In comparison to Bale, Hemsworth isn't super skinny like the whole film, but it's enough for the movie to matter. Hemsworth already had slimmed down considerably for the thriller Black Cat, but that is in comparison to his Norse god stature, aka Thor, in the MCU. He lost an additional 15 pounds after that for Heart of the Sea and described that last bit as exhausting. He talked about the difference between role prep, saying that bulking up for something is significantly better than slimming down. There is a mental toll as much as a physical one. He said he was almost playing mind games with himself with what he could and couldn't eat and when. The actor's diet at the time was apparently lots of salads and boiled eggs and crackers, coming in at around 500 calories a day. Hemsworth said the process of looking like his character actually ended up helping him better get in the mindset. Actress Anne Hathaway put everything she could into her role as Fantine in Les Mis, the movie The Musical. Fans were shocked to see the actress in such a frail state upon seeing the film for the first time, but she was actually completely accurate to what the character would have looked like given their life experience at that point. That doesn't mean that it was easy or fun for her, but she did do an amazing job on screen, so it wasn't for nothing. With such a dramatic change, people were tripping over themselves to figure out how Hathaway did it, but the actress was actually reluctant to share. She simply called her diet starvation, and some sources say that she didn't want to reveal the diet details because she didn't want anyone to try and copy her to achieve the same result. Her character did live in poverty and they experienced basically starvation. Hathaway ended up losing 25 pounds to play her, 10 of that was pre-filming, the other 15 during. The latter of the two she actually did speak on, saying, "I just had to stop eating for a total of 13 days of shooting." Though Hathaway was reluctant to share details, a younger co-star of hers wasn't. The actress that played Hathaway's daughter shared that she would call Hathaway's meals rabbit food because it was mainly salad and other vegetables. Around this time, Hathaway had broken her arm, and the young actress believes that it was because she had grown so thin and so frail. The fall that broke her arm happened when Hathaway was just out riding a bike. Not only did Anne Hathaway opt to lose weight for the role, but also her hair. The actress decided to cut her hair off for the film. It was one of the biggest musical stage-to-screen adaptations of the era and honestly still is, so go big or go home, right? Jake Gyllenhaal had a dramatic weight change in preparation to take on the role of Lou Bloom for 2014's Nightcrawler. The actor lost 30 pounds in the end for the thriller, but he left that set with an additional souvenir, a very thin scar on his hand. So what actually went down on this movie set? Well, the movie was about a cameraman that gets by capturing the worst of people in a desperate attempt to get the coveted money shot. The reason Gyllenhaal found himself losing weight was not just to physically look like the character, he also suggested it was a mental thing too. He said that the character was literally always hungry, sure, but also figuratively speaking, he was hungry for the money shot, among other things. So, in Gyllenhaal's words, he got into the mode where he was always a bit hungry. Despite his figure changing considerably, Gyllenhaal has said that he doesn't view the weight loss as anything but getting into character. When people asked the standard question of, "How did you do it?" the actor simply said that it was the love of the film and he really had no technique. And as for that scar, there's a scene in the movie in which he crashes out in front of a mirror and basically just smashes it. The absolute blockbuster Deadpool and Wolverine released last summer and people couldn't get enough of it. Sure, the whole movie was widely loved by audiences across the board, but one scene in particular started getting lots and lots of attention, and that was the shot of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine helping Deadpool literally pull his world to survival. If you were unaware why that scene was so popular, it wasn't just an emotional montage. Hugh Jackman was shirtless, and Madonna's Like a Prayer, sung by a choir, played behind it. It was about as epic as a shirt exploding off of someone's back could be. Jackman was about 54 at the time of filming, and don't get me wrong, he looks fantastic. However, getting that look is way harder than you might think. To get the defined abs, actors not only have a very strict food diet, but it extends to the liquids they drink as well, or well, the ones that they don't. Hugh Jackman has been very vocal over the years about the extreme and sometimes damaging means to a ripped end, saying that leading up to a shot like that, you're not really eating and you can't drink anything, even water. Think about the last time that you went a bit too long without a proper meal and water breaks. Personally, I'm a nightmare, and I'm willing to bet that you're the same. Jackman's comments about the lengths that actors must go to achieve the defined look has opened up lots of conversations, in particular when it comes to the action genre, about how important is it really to see defined muscles when you know what the actor had to do to get there. Jackman has been doing this kind of extreme weight loss thing for a long time, because he's been playing Wolverine for a long time. The first X-Men came out in 2000, and that was like his first big role, and then he went on to be Wolverine for like 9 or 10 more movies. But that wasn't all he did. Jackman's career spans many genres, but for the most part, he's been living my dream with a run of half superhero and half musical theater. You would think the musical roles would be more forgiving in the food department, considering they require a bit of a hop, skip, and pep in your step, but that's where you would be wrong. Hugh Jackman famously starred as Jean Valjean in the movie musical Les Mis. Spoilers for it, I guess, but the movie's been out since 2012, the musical 1980, and the book 1862. Hugh Jackman's character begins his journey just getting out of a 19-year prison sentence that features lots of hard labor and little food, so the character physically has to look awful and malnourished. Jackman, while promoting the film, said that his prep for this opening sequence was harder than anything he'd ever done for a superhero movie, at least at that point. The tricky part is he would need to look strong because of all the labor, but also really sickly because of the starvation, and also he needed to sing. The director told the actor that he had to look so strikingly thin that his friends would actually think he was sick. That meant that he would be making multiple gym trips a day and eating just enough to not totally pass out. He almost did though. On the day of shooting, the actor admitted to being grumpy, dizzy, and in pain. In preparation for the 12-hour shoot day, the actor hadn't drank anything for 36 hours, but he says it was all worth it upon seeing the final product.
Number 10, Ariana Grande. The singer spoke up about skinny shaming when she saw a tweet comparing herself to Modern Family actress Ariel Winter. One person tweeted about being asked which one he would prefer to date, and he replied that he'd choose Ariel over Ariana because according to him, curves are sexy and sticks are not. Although he probably couldn't have imagined his tweet going viral, Ariana actually responded to him, only to condemn the comparison. Quote, "We live in a day and age where people make it impossible for women, men, anyone to embrace themselves exactly as how they are." She also had a great comeback for him, saying that misogyny, objectifying, labeling, comparing, and body shaming were definitely not sexy in her opinion. Her fans came out in support of her, which was good to see considering that in 2015, many took to Twitter voicing their concern when Ariana pulled up to the 57th annual Grammy Awards looking rather lean. When her own fans commented on her especially petite frame, Ariana said that it was because she had given up junk food. It's a little bit sad that she even had to explain herself. Number 9, Kendall Jenner. In 2013, Kendall opened up to Harper's Bazaar Arabia, revealing that she was currently dealing with skinny shaming. Quote, "I'm constantly criticized for being too skinny." The star told the magazine that while she is trying to gain her weight back, her body won't let it happen. She continued on, saying that what people don't understand is that calling someone too skinny is the same as calling someone too fat. And we can actually see that in a 2018 promo for Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian. The host revealed that Kendall had actually been battling skinny shaming since she was a child. According to Khloe, Kendall was always very thin and was actually bullied because of her weight. Khloe added that she thinks all forms of body shaming are wrong and that people don't sympathize when people are body shamed for being too thin, which is extremely true considering that people tend to make fun of those who say they are trying to gain weight for their health instead of lose it. So it's clear that despite being the highest paid supermodel of all time, even Jenner is not immune to being body shamed. Number 8, Sarah Jessica Parker. The Sex and the City star's weight has long been a topic of discussion since the series premiered in the 90s. In 2004, she sat down with Oprah and addressed the issue of women idealizing her thinness.
quote, actresses have this weight standard for professional reasons, but I think the standard is impossible for women in America. Parker recognizes that her size is not the norm for other women. In fact, she doesn't want women looking to her weight as if it is. She goes on to say that while filming Sex and the City, her job required her to put on a little dress and run around the streets of New York in heels. But she stresses that she also had the financial means to hire a yoga teacher to come to her house while a babysitter looked after her newborn baby. Quote, for 95% of the world, that's not realistic. Parker also recognizes that there are likely genetics at play. While the actress admitted to People in 2008 that she eats seriously everything, she said that she thinks she just has a predisposition to being slim, which was overall a very honest way of looking at it. Number 7, Ruby Rose. The Australian model and actress Ruby Rose is all too familiar with being skinny shamed throughout her career and just simply existing as a public figure in general. After posting a photo of herself on Instagram in October 2017, you can guess the kind of body shaming she received. Several Instagram users rushed to the comments to call the actress anorexic. The sad thing is that Rose did in fact take notice of all the accusations being tossed around and felt that she needed to share a message with fans in an Instagram story. She wrote that it's so frustrating because she says she just doesn't get upset at the criticism itself, but she hates it because it worries her fans or shames them. Quote, I hate it because it uses no logic and basically is just someone projecting their experience and expectations on others. The actress explained that she really does eat a healthy, plant-based diet and doesn't drink alcohol or eat processed foods, also adding that she used to be a boxer and she recently trained very hard for her role in several action films. Number 6, Angelina Jolie. Unfortunately, after her mother passed away from ovarian cancer in 2007, Angelina Jolie lost weight. But even under those tragic circumstances, her weight loss was noticed and harshly criticized. The actress was kind of pushed to speak up about her body, telling Grazia, quote, I have always been lean and this year I lost my mother and I've gone through a lot. The star's weight loss was not intentional, but it was actually because of grief, which is something that she was adamant about clarifying. She goes on to say that she's not trying to look thin, but that she's trying to work through a very difficult year. Angelina further expressed that she found it disturbing that people wouldn't first consider if a person who had lost a lot of weight might be going through something traumatic, which is completely true as no one ever thinks that there might be another underlying reason to somebody being thin. Number 5, Lucy Hale. When the Pretty Little Liars actress shared a photo of herself on Twitter in September of 2017, one man commented on the post saying that no straight men are signing off on that anorexic look, before asking Hale to please eat a hamburger. But as you could probably guess, the celeb was not feeling that horribly offensive message. Quote, as someone who used to struggle with anorexia, I don't take these comments lightly. I'm healthy, I'm happy, and you don't know me. Then in a separate tweet, Hale really stood up for herself and made it clear that she wasn't just going to accept body shaming, writing that she is disgusted that a man would even think of saying these absolutely awful words to a woman, and that he should be ashamed of himself. Although the problematic Twitter user obviously didn't welcome her opinion, Hale's fans and the Twitter sphere in general at least got the message. Many of her fans not only came to her defense, but they also expressed their gratitude for her decision to stand up to the person criticizing her body. Number 4, Gigi Hadid. The model seemed to cop the worst of both worlds when it comes to body shaming. In February of 2018, Gigi revealed that she was once considered too big for the industry. She clarified on Twitter, writing, quote, for those of you so determined to come up with why my body has changed over the years, you may not know that when I started modeling at 17, I was not yet diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. Gigi said that those who felt that she was too heavy to be a model were actually seeing water retention and inflammation, which are all symptoms of her thyroid disease. In addition to being thought of as too fat, Gigi has also been considered too thin. In a separate tweet, the model said that since her health has improved from her teenage years, she's better able to manage her condition, and her outward symptoms have dissipated. Quote, I may be too skinny for you, but I feel healthier internally. Later, the supermodel urged people to have more empathy for others and to lift up those that you admire rather than be cruel to those that you don't. Very wise words. Number 3, Celine Dion. When photos of the 51-year-old singer from last year's Met Gala surfaced, people noticed that she had in fact lost weight. This got them curious as well as concerned for her. Celine Dion has addressed her weight loss and reassured her fans that she is doing well. She emphasizes that she eats healthy and works out regularly. The iconic singer's response to others' criticism about her weight was all very well done. If you think about it, throughout her whole career, she's had to defend herself from critics saying that she's too skinny. So by now, she would have some pretty epic comebacks up her sleeve. In a 2019 interview with Dan Wootton, Dion said that those who don't like her looks need not be bothered. Quote, "Don't take a picture." The star further revealed that she's just experimenting with different looks because naturally she wants to feel attractive. She added, quote, "I'm doing this for me. I want to feel strong, beautiful, feminine, fierce, and sexy." According to the icon, it's not about being thin or too thin, it's about feeling your best. Number 2, Doja Cat. Doja Cat is sick of trolls at this point who are commenting on her body online, and she's taken to social media to call out people doing it. On June 25th, Doja went on Instagram Live, and she used it as an opportunity to address people who think it's okay to make remarks about her weight. The 26-year-old filmed herself sitting at her laptop while she got Siri to recite a passage that she wrote in response to people saying she's too skinny, and making creepy comments about her body. Via Siri, she says that people constantly bring up the fact that she's skinny because they think that it's their place to speak about it, but she clarified that it's down to her decision to eat more healthy and work out. Quote, "I used to be thick, and that's forever going to be your problem. Your problem, not mine." She goes on to say that while the internet is suffering about how her body looks, she's happy and living her best life. She even called commentators creepy when they say they prefer how she used to look, because it has nothing to do with her own health or happiness. And coming in at number 1, Sarah Hyland. After she was accused of promoting anorexia with her appearance, Modern Family's Sarah Hyland took to Twitter in May of 2017 to finally respond to some of the barrage of body shaming that she's been receiving online. Quote, "I don't normally comment on things like this because it draws attention to those trying to spread negativity, but I'm here to explain a few things and spread love." At the time, the actress wasn't ready to share all of what she's been going through, but she did tell her fans that she's been on bed rest over the course of several months, and as a result, had lost a lot of muscle mass. But it wasn't until late 2018 when Hyland was actually ready to openly talk about her health struggles. The actress told Self magazine that she had received a second kidney transplant and underwent several surgeries, including one for endometriosis and another for an abdominal hernia within the 6 months before the interview. Of course, all of this intensive surgery meant that it was quite drastic on her body, and she ended up losing a bit of weight. It's a little depressing to realize that Hyland's body was being criticized at the very same time she was striving so hard to heal.
Starting off this countdown, we have Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson said that 2020 was the year of health for her and decided to document her weight loss transformation on social media. Now, Rebel has had it rough for years. She was constantly fat shamed by the media, and she said that people treated her differently when she lost weight. She said, and I quote, "Sometimes being bigger, people didn't necessarily look twice at you. And now that I'm in a good shape, like people offer to carry my groceries to the car and hold doors open for you." I was like, is this what other people experienced all the time? Not only that, but Rebel couldn't lose weight while she was filming Pitch Perfect. Her character's name is Fat Amy, and well, according to her, she couldn't gain or lose 10 pounds, which is insane. Hollywood was literally controlling her appearance. But after Pitch Perfect, Rebel told herself it was time to lose weight. Now, this decision was made by her desire to be a mom. Now, Rebel has polycystic ovarian syndrome, which can affect fertility. Well, during a visit to her fertility doctor in 2019, she was told that she would do much better if she was healthier. She said, and I quote, "I was taken aback. I thought, oh god, this guy's so rude. He was right. I was carrying around a lot of excess weight." It's almost like I didn't think of my own needs. I thought of a future child's needs. That really inspired me to get healthier. From there, she dropped more than 70 pounds. She said that she did so by eating healthier and focusing on physical and mental self-care. In our 9th spot, we have Demi Lovato. Now, in the past, the singer and actor revealed that her weight does fluctuate and that she has suffered from bulimia. In March of 2021, she posted on Instagram showing off her midriff, saying that she accidentally lost weight, which was most likely stress-related. Lovato then went on to embrace her naturally curvy body, which is gorgeous. But just recently, Lovato showed up to the Hugo Boss runway show in Miami looking thinner again. Demi rocked a sleek white crop top that showed off her midriff, and she paired this with a flowy maxi skirt and a sheer coat. She looked dang good. And she seems to be doing good as well. She revealed that she no longer counts calories, she no longer over-exercises or restricts/purges. And she doesn't live her life according to the diet culture. Amen, Demi. The way it should be. I'm proud. Coming in at number 8, we have Jonah Hill. Back in 2018, Jonah Hill announced that he was starting to transform his body with martial arts. On social media, he wrote that he was trying to train 4 to 5 times a week. He continued on saying, and I quote, "At 35, I try and get over the stuff that made me feel weak and insecure as a teenager. It's just wasted time and lessons you'll never learn. It's trying to let go of that." In 2021, Jonah really slimmed down. In fact, he took to Instagram to say how proud he is of his weight loss and of his body. He posted an image from the Daily Mail that was talking about him surfing in a wetsuit and a paparazzi photo of him shirtless. He responded to this saying, and I quote, "I don't think I ever took my shirt off in a pool until I was in my mid-30s, even in front of family and friends." He continued on saying that his childhood was filled with insecurities. I mean, he was constantly bullied by the media for his appearance, but now he's not bothered by any of this anymore, which is amazing. 7, we have Kelly Osbourne. Now, Kelly's drastic weight loss shocked fans. In 2021, she posted a photo to her Instagram, and fans were confused. And that's because she didn't even look like herself in this photo. One Twitter user wrote, "Amazing what surgery can do," while another asked, "Did you also get lips done or makeup done all around them? Look way different." Someone else added, "Who is this? I'm very confused." Now, in the photo, Kelly's face looks very slim, but also it looks like she got quite a lot of work done. Now, what I find crazy is that Kelly said that people cared more about her weight than they did when she was suffering from addiction. This just shows you how messed society is. Now, Kelly is very open with her weight loss. She said that she underwent weight loss surgery. She got gastric sleeve surgery, which basically a part of the stomach is removed to reduce its volume. Now, when you get this surgery done, it can be hard to keep the weight off. But Kelly says that she changed her diet as well. She is now on a plant-based vegan diet and also does intermittent fasting. Not only that, but she beat her addiction to alcohol, which has also helped her figure. And at number 6, we have Khloe Kardashian. Now, we have seen Khloe's figure change quite drastically through the years. Sometimes by Photoshop, other times by surgery. Now, the press always had it out for Khloe. They often labeled her as the ugly fat sister, which negatively impacted her and her confidence. For years, she felt the need to diet or lose weight to prove herself to the media. She told the media that she started focusing on losing weight after her divorce from Lamar Odom. After that, she lost 35 pounds. Her secret was working out. She used working out as a coping method from all the stress from the divorce. But some fans have gone too far in their speculation about Khloe's method of losing weight. Some have accused her of undergoing weight loss and cosmetic procedures. Others think that she was being very restrictive with her diet and excessive at the gym. Nowadays, Khloe said that she's at the point where she loves her body and she's more confident. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with June Edith Shannon, who we know best as Mama June, aka Honey Boo Boo's mother. The reality TV star started her weight loss journey with the show Mama June From Not to Hot, which don't get me started on how toxic this show is, basically saying that the only way she could be hot was to lose weight. Anyways, as part of her glow up, Mama June decided to undergo gastric sleeve surgery, and then she later had a tummy tuck. As a result, she went from 500 pounds to 150, a huge huge difference. But she later revealed she didn't feel healthy being at 150. She said, and I quote, "Yeah, when I was a size 2 at 150, I was way too damn small. Now I'm 250 and I feel good. Even when I was 500, people didn't believe I was 500. She now is no longer focusing on her weight. Instead, she decided to shift her focus to beating her addiction." In our 4th spot today, we have Adele. Adele first started losing weight in October of 2019. While doing so, she kept it all on the down low. That was until Christmas of that year when she posted a photo on Instagram showing off her new figure. Her weight loss started after her divorce from her ex-husband. From there, she started to lift weights and do circuit training. She said, and I quote, "I do my weights in the morning, then I normally hike or I box in the afternoon, and then I go and do my cardio at night. I'm an athlete." Now, Adele didn't do any magic diet or fad. She lost the weight by consistently working out for 2 years. Now, she said this amazing quote, which I think everyone should hear. She said, "I was body positive before my weight loss, and I'm body positive now." Amen to that. We need more celebrities promoting body positivity and loving yourself no matter what your size is. But it's sad that celebrities feel forced to lose weight. In an interview with Oprah, Adele revealed, and I quote, "My body has been objectified my entire career." But in the end, Adele revealed that she lost the weight for herself, not because of the media's pressure. In our 3rd spot, we have Drew Carey. Comedian and game show host Drew Carey lost 80 pounds in 2010 after being on a strict diet and exercise. Now, his reason for weight loss was because he said that it sucked being fat. Now, that's a really harsh statement and it seems a bit fatphobic to me. In an interview with People magazine, he said, and I quote, "I like being skinny. I was sick of being fat on the camera. I just got sick of it." So his reason for weight loss was because he didn't like the way that he looked on camera. Like I've been saying, celebrities feel pressured to look a certain way for the cameras, which really affects their confidence levels. Now, Carey took this weight loss seriously. He was on a very, very strict diet. He cut out carbs completely. He didn't have corn, beans, or starches of any kind. He would snack on fruits and veggies and turn to egg whites or Greek yogurt for breakfast. He also does about 45 minutes of cardio when he can. Not only that, but he didn't drink anything but water. No milk, no coffee, tea, soda, alcohol, nothing. In the end, he actually beat his diabetes. He had type 2 diabetes, but not anymore. Coming in at number 2, we have Chris Pratt. Fans were left speechless and wanting more when they saw Chris Pratt turn his dad bod into a trim body with 6-pack abs. He did this for his 2014 role in Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyways, Pratt revealed that he actually had to gain weight for his role in Parks and Rec. He hit about 300 pounds, and that's when he said, and I quote, he felt impotent, fatigued, and emotionally depressed. I personally find it crazy when celebrities drop their weight drastically or gain weight drastically, all for movies or TV roles. Like, that is not healthy at all. Especially when they go from one extreme to another. When he auditioned for the Marvel movie, he knew that he had to lose the weight. So he worked with a trainer 6 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day, going through extremely vigorous workouts. In the end, he lost 60 pounds in 6 months and kept it all off for his role in Jurassic Park. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Mindy Kaling. Now, Mindy actually sparked a lot of controversy regarding her weight loss, and that's because fans are convinced that she did this in unhealthy ways. It all started when she made an appearance at the Oscars. Her dresses were stunning, by the way. But anyway, people quickly jumped online and started gossiping about her appearance. Viewers speculated that she was using Ozempic, which is a brand name for a diabetes and weight loss drug, meaning a number of celebs probably use this drug for their weight loss. But as of now, the actress has not address these rumors. But when speaking about her weight loss, Mindy said, and I quote, "Honestly, I didn't really do anything differently. I eat what I like to eat. If I do any kind of restrictive diet, it never really works for me. I just eat less of it." Mindy also revealed her bad relationship towards food and exercise, saying that she would overeat or eat as a coping mechanism, and she would look at exercise as a punishment. But now she has changed her outlook of eating and exercise, and it allowed her to lose more than 40 40 pounds. Alright folks, that's all for today's video. Again, I just want to say that these celebrities were all amazing and beautiful before and after their transformations. They don't have to look a certain way to be hot, and neither do you. Body positivity comes in all shapes and sizes. Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. When Kim Kardashian puts her mind to something, she can accomplish anything. So when the star wanted to accomplish her dream body, she clearly put in the work in the gym. Later, she would then talk about her journey with women's health when she told the outlet, "When it comes to booty and legs, we usually work out an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. However, her weight loss techniques did come a little controversial just ahead of the Met Gala last year when she opted to starve herself and amp up her workout routines in the process so she could just fit into the Marilyn Monroe Happy Birthday Mr. President gown. Kim's dangerous weight loss technique didn't come without any consequences, as the star did suffer from a psoriasis flare-up, and it was so bad she was even having trouble moving her hands because she was in so much pain. Number 9. Ariel Winter. Back in 2019, Ariel showed off some noticeable weight loss. She would then go on to share that she started doing some intense gym sessions, and when she found the right mental health medications, it would lead to her unexpected weight loss. She would then tell Women's Health, "Years ago, it was hard because I'd go to the gym with my trainer, and because of my antidepressants medications, I never saw results." Eventually, Ariel decided to switch up her medications, and she would note that she didn't do it for aesthetic reasons, when she said, "I didn't change my antidepressants because I wanted to lose weight. I just accepted it, and it was fine. I got inspired to actually find medication that helped me as a person, and it did all the things I wanted it to do." But with her transformation, she's become a completely different person, which has us wondering if maybe she was swapped out in the industry for a lookalike. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming back to the list today, in the number 8 spot, we have Christina Aguilera. Back in 2013, Christina Aguilera lost 50 pounds so quickly to the point that she had us all wondering what her secret was, especially since she took off time from The Voice to do so. Christina would then speak about her journey, saying, "It's amazing what having some personal time can do, not only for the body but also for the mind and spirit." A source close to Christina would then expose her weight loss secrets to people by telling the media outlet she's been trying new types of foods and exploring new methods of exercise. The source then went on to say she wasn't doing so to go on a diet or to lose weight, but she just wanted to have a better mindset and well-being so she could have a better overall sense of good health. Christina also went on to credit her weight loss to Reiki, an ancient Asian practice that's said to heal your body and mind for her weight loss. Number 7. Jessica Simpson. When Jessica Simpson lost 100 pounds after giving birth to her 3rd child, she would open up about how she found peace with her body after saying her role in the 2005 film Dukes of Hazzard created an unrealistic gold standard for her body. After she was seen parading her envy-inducing legs in a pair of super shorts while portraying Daisy Duke, the mom of 3 said the image from the movie has been used as a before picture for every "is she fat or is she thin" story for the rest of her career, which is just wrong. Why do we have to judge weight when we should be hyping women and their beauty up? Period. Jessica then went on to praise her celebrity trainer, Harley Paternak, as she went on to say that he eased her into activity slowly when he started her workout routine with 6,000 steps daily. Then he told E! News later he did this because it was a social thing that she would be able to do with her kids, and he built up her steps slowly with her reaching 14,000 steps a day, and it clearly worked, so give it a try. Number 6. Jennifer Hudson. Back in 2010, Jennifer Hudson would end up turning heads on the red carpet after she was able to drop from a size 16 to a size 6, after she decided to team up with Weight Watchers. Since joining the weight loss company, the star has been able to keep the 80 pounds off since. The actress would then later open up about her weight loss and using Weight Watchers when she sat down for an interview with Good Housekeeping. She then went on to tell the outlet, "I don't really have time to do much working out, so I really just had to watch what I eat." Jennifer then went on to note that's why she was able to accomplish all of her weight loss goals. She then went off at the end to say, "I'm very careful and cautious of what I'm eating, so I just try to pace out those meals throughout the day. I'm very conscious of what I put in my body." Number 5. Sarah Rue. When actress Sarah Rue shared her journey with Shape, she would gloat about how she used Jenny Craig to help her with her overall weight loss journey. She would then go on to tell the media outlet, "I was never really able to lose weight on my own. Clearly it was something I was struggling with, so I wanted a program that provides extra support. With Jenny Craig being a program that provides its users with as much support as they need, Sarah was able to do the whole fitness thing on her terms. She then decided to rely on professional training help to help her create a fitness plan and follow it, as she really didn't have any idea or clue about working out, so she really just needed someone to tell her what to do. But in the end, it ended up turning out great for the star. She was able to drop 50 pounds. However, even though the star looks stunning now, she's always been stunning, but I'm glad to see that she's finally comfortable in her own skin. Number 4. Melissa McCarthy. Whether you love Melissa McCarthy or not, she has proven herself to be talented no matter what people have to say about her. Well, back in 2011, Melissa would tell People magazine that she was able to lose around 75 pounds after she really put her body and mindset to work. With the actress being able to fit into a size 14 dress, she would know it was thanks to her laid-back lifestyle that allowed her to kick her life into overdrive to work on her overall image. While everyone was asking themselves at home, what did Melissa do to lose all the weight, she would later clear up all the rumors surrounding her weight loss when she told Extra that there was no trick and nothing to tell, because she was actually just living a really boring life outside of her acting work. So then she went on to note that when you bring everything down and you don't have anything fun to do, you go to bed around 7:30, and that's what her trick was. But I once heard another celebrity say that they tell everybody their lives are boring, so they just leave them alone. So she probably actually has a really fun life and doesn't want to tell us the truth so we don't catch her on the dance floor in Ibiza with Margot Robbie at 3 a.m. Number 3. Jordin Sparks. When American Idol star Jordin Sparks was able to lose around 18 pounds in 18 months in 2012, E! News would report on the singer's journey. Later, Jordin would then sit down for an interview with Shape, and in the interview she would tell the outlet, "I just wanted to be healthy. I remember thinking, I'm in my prime. I should be happy and fit." Jordin then went on to note that she started walking every day and watching her portion sizes. She then worked with a trainer to help build her muscle. She then went to tell Redbook that there is no quick or magical way to lose weight, and if you want to do it, you have to do it in natural ways. And that's by sticking to your exercise and diet routine. And you just have to not only believe in yourself, but you also have to believe that you can do it, and you have to do it at your own pace. Number 2. Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen began his acting career when he joined the cast of the 1999 series Freaks and Geeks. With the growth of his career making him a household name, fans would start to notice that his appearance has changed frequently over time, and the topic of Seth Rogen's weight loss has actively been starting to hit headlines since back in 2009, after he was seen losing 30 pounds so he could play the role Ronnie in the film Observe and Report. The actor's weight loss impressed fans so much he would later reveal in an interview that everyone wanted to talk to him about his new appearance. Years later, fans are still gushing about him as he appeared on the cover of GQ summer issue, then again after he was seen losing even more weight to play a role in the 2022 series Pam and Tommy. But honestly, Seth has always looked really good, and I just have one question for him. When can I star in a movie with you? Because that would be comedy gold. And coming in number 1 today, we have Ross Matthews. So this year's season of RuPaul's Drag Race has been surprising at best, as we've seen everyone from Sugar and Spice showing us some stunning transformations on that catwalk. However, with saying that, when Ross Matthews, who is known for being one of the judges on the hit reality TV show, unveiled his impressive weight loss in November of 2020, our draws would draw. Ross would then go on to share his journey on his Instagram, where he would say in a caption section, "Breaking the pattern, 50 pounds down from my weight in early June when I decided to reclaim my health after my mom passed away, 70 pounds down from my old time." He then went on to note that he will continue to work on himself in progress, and that he may mess up again, but for now he was very grateful for everything he has, everything he's accomplished, and he was really happy to see what the world had in store for him.
Number 10. Kareena Kapoor. Kareena Kapoor is a very popular Indian actress who has appeared in many Hindi films, winning numerous awards, nominations, writing 3 books, and having her own retail clothing line. In 2016, Karina gave birth to her first child at the age of 36 and quickly got to work to lose the post-pregnancy weight. In order to achieve this, she followed a rigid diet plan, extensive yoga routine, and even apparently had an orange juice diet. Despite her many awards, accomplishments, and seemingly positive outlook, people online were quick to criticize her change in weight after the pregnancy, even those who had previously made comments about her being too large or chubby. People flocked to her Instagram to make comments saying things like, "She looks like a skeleton," "Malnutrition problem," "What happened with Karina? She lost her beauty," and many more inappropriate and damaging comments. It seems Karina can't catch a break, as after gaining weight again due to her second pregnancy, she was called fat by another Pakistani actress, Hira Mani. Number 9. Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson, a famous singer and actress who launched her career on American Idol, was another celebrity who fell under public criticism after losing weight. In just about a year, she managed to lose an incredible 80 pounds. She stated that she was taking on the drastic change in order to set a better example for her son, as she believed the root of her weight issues came from unhealthy and harmful eating habits. In order to lose the weight, Jennifer completely transformed her diet with the help of Weight Watchers and was excited to share the story of her journey on talk shows like Oprah. Unfortunately, it seems that people watching her transformation did not share her excitement about the change. Fans and viewers believe that because she was a celebrity who has personal chefs, nutritionists, and the organization of Weight Watchers to access easily, that she didn't actually have to work hard to achieve her weight loss. Adele was also dragged in, as she commented on a scenario where Jennifer had recommended Weight Watchers to her, and she said she'd been pretty offended by it. Number 8. Ashley Graham. In 2020, Ashley Graham, who had been a plus-size model, fell under fire for a weight loss change that fans felt was going against her entire message. Most of the hate came under an Instagram post where she first appeared noticeably thinner. Ashley lost weight by pursuing both a healthy diet and consistent workout routine, including running marathons. As a plus-size model who had preached body positivity, fans were shocked by seeing her appear thinner on social media. They made comments saying that by losing weight, she was going against her message of embracing your size and loving your body. People criticized why she would want to change herself and lose weight when she had spoken about being comfortable being herself and being a plus-size woman. Graham responded to the outpouring of hatred with a touching sentiment saying, "At the end of the day, I'm good enough for me." She has had a long battle with body shaming, both from modeling agencies telling her to be thinner and then fans shaming her for losing weight. It seems like there's no way to win. Number 7. Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian, one of the members of the reality famous Kardashian family, is definitely not the first member of the family to undergo changes to her body, but she definitely was one of those who received harsh criticism for it. After having her child with Tristan Thompson, Khloe was another celeb to take to the gym to start losing the pregnancy weight. Also, potentially in response to the fans of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, who would refer to Khloe as the fat sister. Khloe states that the gym was her escape, managing to lose an impressive 60 pounds and continuing to stay fit to this day. Unfortunately, a lot of fans were not so impressed by the weight loss, instead choosing to be offended and disappointed about the situation. They said that Khloe's plus-size presence on the show had made her a more relatable and endearing character. Amy Schumer said that Khloe had been a role model for little girls to be themselves, but that after Khloe lost weight, she was no longer suitable as an example. Good Place actress Jamila Jamil also commented on the situation in a response to an Instagram post by Khloe where she said, "2 things a girl wants. 1. Lose weight. 2. Eat." Jamil responded by saying that had made her sad and that the industry had fat-shamed her into a prison of self-critique. Number 6. Gabby Sidibe. Gabby Sidibe is another celebrity who has faced body-shaming criticism on both sides of the spectrum. Gabby, who started her acting career in 2009 with the film Precious, was often criticized for her looks and size, despite her numerous awards and nominations and clear talent in acting. Howard Stern even took to calling her enormous, though other actors, including Whoopi Goldberg, were quick to defend her. After being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, she underwent a weight loss surgery, which transformed her stomach into a smaller size. Gabby stated that without the surgery, she never would have lost weight and seemed to be confident with her new body and look. However, a lot of people criticized her method of weight loss, looking down on her choice to receive a surgery in order to transform her body. She responded by saying she's not bothered by these comments, stating that it's her body and people should focus on their own. While controversial to some people, she's not the only big name to undergo weight loss surgery. Number 5. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is a singer who was most popular in the 90s and has managed to ride that fame to the current day. Most likely, a lot of that can be attributed to her holiday hit, All I Want for Christmas Is You, coming back year after year to top Google searches and blare over grocery store speakers. A few years ago, Mariah appeared looking suddenly a bit skinnier. While there was some argument over how she lost the weight, it was revealed that she had likely undergone a gastric sleeve surgery. Mariah said that she had chosen to lose weight and undergo the surgery because she had never felt comfortable with her body due to body shamers, online commenters, and others critiquing her weight fluctuations. Unfortunately, the choice seemed to just bring more commenters and shamers towards her. People seemed shocked that she would get the surgery without having a major weight or medical problem, and even criticized the doctor that had agreed to perform it. Number 4. Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor, the singer of All About That Bass fame, is another celeb to join the list of those who wanted to change and improve their lifestyle when having children. After having her child, she appeared at least 20 pounds lighter than she had previously been. Fans were shocked, to say the least, when they saw that the change had taken place. Her most famous songs seemed to be about body positivity and loving yourself, no matter what you looked like, and especially if you were plus-sized. So, similar to Ashley Graham, fans saw her weight loss as going against her message of acceptance and being comfortable in your own skin, questioning if she was just another celeb to preach about going against expectations just to succumb to them herself. But Meghan states her reasons for weight loss as wanting to have a better lifestyle, feel better mentally, and apparently even saying, "I just want to live forever, man. I want to stay looking young forever." Me too, Meghan. She was also attacked by online commenters who made fun of her for losing the base that had made her as famous as she is. While facing criticism, many also believe that she's still a true role model to fans for how to change your lifestyle in a healthy and positive way. Number 3. Mama June. June Shannon, more commonly known to fans and viewers as Mama June, gained her celebrity status from being a main character on the reality series Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, a series which focused on her daughter, young country pageant queen Honey Boo Boo. This show seemed to be a cultural phenomenon when it came out, turning millions of eyes towards the family and as a result, making them a lot of money. A few years ago, Mama June underwent multiple surgeries in order to try and completely transform the look of her body. These included a gastric sleeve and having her breasts altered. She even managed to lose so much weight that she had surgery to remove all the excess skin left on her body. The reason for the changes seemed to have been a result of body image issues, her daughter saying that even after the transformation, she still sees herself as fat. Fans were left upset by the drastic change because they believed that she was taking advantage of her fame and money to make far too extreme changes to her body. She also continues to receive criticism from fans for promoting things like weight loss drinks in ads on her social media pages. Number 2. Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson, an Australian actress you likely know best for her performance as Fat Amy in the Pitch Perfect series, or perhaps her nightmarish involvement in the live-action Cats. Whatever you know her from, it's easy to identify her as a character actress, as she was often cast to play the plus-sized comic relief character, never really being known for many serious roles. In 2020, she made the decision to make a change to her body, starting what she called her year of fitness. She spoke about trying to defeat her bad habit of emotional eating. After a year, she stunned the public with just how much her body had changed due to her efforts, and said that she was very proud of maintaining the weight loss and managing her eating issues. But despite her own confidence and pride, a lot of people criticized the change, and Rebel commented on how she had received more media attention over her body than over any of her work-related achievements. Fans were upset that she was apparently sending the message that you need to be skinny to be successful, saying that she had given in to the pressure of the industry. She even received negative comments from her Hollywood team, who told her that it was a bad choice, as it would make her harder to find work after her success of being the funny fat girl in movies and television. Number 1. Adele. Adele Adkins, more famously known by just her first name of Adele, is a very famous singer, constantly topping charts and making headlines for her incredibly popular music. In 2019, Adele first started losing weight, and over time lost around a whopping 100 pounds. She credits the weight loss to her rigid fitness routine, which includes deadlifting, boxing, and circuit training. She also commented on how fitness improved her mental health, saying it improved her anxiety and not having to look at her phone so much. Adele received very similar criticism to Rebel Wilson, as many of her fans viewed her as a role model for plus-size women and how you don't have to be skinny to be successful. They took to social media saying things like, "Skinny Adele feels like a betrayal." They felt that the plus-size community had been responsible for her fame, so when she lost the weight, they saw it as a betrayal of the people and community who had gotten her to where she is. In response, Adele said that she remains body positive no matter what size she is. She says she understands understands why some women were hurt, but she's still the same person and she did it for herself and not anyone else, which I think is a very important sentiment to keep in mind when considering changing any aspect of yourself.
Coming in at number 10, we have Erin Moriarty. Erin Moriarty, who plays Starlight on The Boys, has been linked to weight loss speculation, as fans believe that she has undergone surgery on her face and has had liposuction done to lose weight, as she looks way too skinny now. Meanwhile, some even believe that Erin may have an eating disorder. When the new season was released back in August, many would become skeptical about Erin's participation in the show. With her appearance changing recently, many fans were sort of displeased with it. If you compare pictures of Erin before and after, she surely looks slimmer and fitter. Though the difference is not that huge, Erin does seem to appear fitter. As the actress's transformation may have stunned many, it's not hard to see why fans have speculated that she has had liposuction done, as her snatched look is usually the results of weight loss caused by liposuction. With Erin's role being a superhero, it surely put pressure on her to be perfect, and part of her role asked her to remain in the best shape, and this could be the main reason behind Erin's weight loss. Though there's not an exact number of how much weight Erin has exactly lost, it can be said that she lost enough to look stunning in her role as Starlight, with the latest confirming that Erin previously had bad eating habits before the show, so her weight loss could be caused by her changing her lifestyle, and it proves that you can't always judge a person's appearance by what you read or see online. And number 9, Heidi Klum. It seems like Heidi Klum just can't get a break when it comes to her weight. With having a busy schedule, it has caused the model to lose around 30 to 40 pounds over the last couple of years. While Heidi has always looked stunning, she recently appears to be more skeletal than usual. Now, since Heidi is a model, she's always maintained her body for modeling and also for her health, and people have been concerned about her health since it seems like she dropped her weight way too quickly. With Heidi being 5'10", it seems like she's just far too thin for her frame. While doctors have explained it's common for busy moms to focus on so much before their needs, especially on their children, they forget to eat, and this could be the main reason behind Heidi's strange weight loss. With the model looking like she lost an extreme amount of weight, she also has no muscle tone, which shows that her weight loss had nothing to do with fitness. While people have been worrying about Heidi, she would publicly share her diet after many people became concerned about her health earlier this year. Looking at her body, it's not hard to see why fans have been speculating that the model starves herself to maintain her body, but the truth is, she doesn't, and she just has a strict diet plan and focuses on healthy food. Heidi tends to fill her plate with nutrient-rich food such as carbs, lean protein, veggies, and fruit, which help her eat healthy and maintain her body weight at the same time. So while a lot of people have been worried, it seems like Heidi is living a happy and healthy life with her family, and there's nothing to be concerned about when it comes to her health. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in at number 8, we have Raven-Symoné. Recently, Raven-Symoné has been receiving a huge amount of backlash after she updated her fans on her weight loss journey. Showing off her weight loss in a video she captioned as "pounds down, ear update," Raven could be seen showing off her weight loss in the video, and you could see Raven saying, "If you all watch Raven's home literally right now and come on this live and see this joint, I got a whole different face going on. It's a whole pound down journey." While many fans started to flood to the comments to support the actress, some fans weren't so kind after they learned that she lost over 40 pounds by kicking sugar out of her diet and following a strict keto diet with fasting. With one user writing, "Gonna have to unfollow for the weight loss plan. I'm in eating disorder recovery, and it's triggering and sad to watch people buy into diet culture. Hope you find sustainable living outside of this pound down mentality." Another user will write similar sentiments, while they said diet culture has you by the neck, and instead of accepting it, you should fight back. You're literally starving yourself to lose weight, and it's just so sad. While the post definitely drew in mixed reactions, there was still plenty of fans cheering on Raven with love and support. And number 7, Angelina Jolie. So back in August, news would start to circulate that Angelina Jolie had checked herself into a hospital because of extreme weight loss and an eating disorder. This would come years after fans started speculating that the actress was losing an insane amount of weight. While there has always been concerns about Angelina's weight and eating habits, she would finally go to the hospital to get looked at. While Angelina has been really coy when it comes to the exact reason behind her visit, while the visit was a routine checkup, it obviously was a good thing that she was being proactive and taking steps to look after herself. However, insiders would then say that Angelina's hospital admission still raises concerns due to the length of her stay. and because she apparently does not appear healthy, and that something more severe may be happening to the actress. To get the elephant out of the room, Angelina has been pretty hard on herself and her body to get to where she is in Hollywood right now, and with it, her eating habits have been pretty non-existent. While Angelina has been pictured with veins protruding all over her body due to her extreme thinness, the actress intends to get surgery done to conceal the veins so people stop commenting on her weight. While many people have also suggested that Angelina's weight loss is just the subject of unfounded and unfair rumors, it's definitely upsetting to see people body shame her and make assumptions about her health when they have no idea what her health is like. Number 6. Kate Moss. The controversies and criticisms surrounding Kate Moss have been often unfair and highly contradicting. While many people have urged the model to put on some weight, back in July, Kate would finally speak out after decades of being talked down to. While many people such as Zoe Williams have come out to defend the model by saying her slender figure was due to just the way she looks, it would also become inaccurate and unhelpful after Kate came out to say in the Desert Island Disc interview, "I was thin because I didn't get fed at shoots or in shows, and I've always been thin." The interview would highlight the problems in the modeling industry and therefore the role of the environmental factors models have to deal with. With the modeling industry making body standards extremely unrealistic, it has led to many people to adopt eating disorders so they can achieve this stick figure ideal. And essentially, for everyone to realize it's not okay to starve yourself, as it's not normal or healthy. At the height of Kate's modeling career, she's had a BMI around 15 to 16, which is well beneath the BMI of 17.5. Even if Kate had not suffered from this illness, it's clear she's not healthy or at a natural weight that she's supposed to be at. With the modeling industry making sure models' BMI is under 16, it's unrealistic. And while France, Spain, Italy, and Israel have all now adopted these laws banning ultra thin models, seems like during Paris Fashion Week, the runways were filled with ultra skinny models. Now, while this law is not to discriminate against anyone, it's simply meant to combat unhelpful beauty standards that have caused physical and mental strain on models themselves, and it needs to be fully adopted by the beauty industry completely. Number 5. Gigi Hadid. While fans for years now have been slamming Gigi Hadid's body for being too skinny or too big, Gigi has even smashed critics for being cruel. Back in 2018, Gigi would say, "For those of you so determined to come up with why my body has changed over the year, you may not know that I started at 17 and I was not yet diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. For those of you calling me too big for the industry, you were seeing inflammation and water retention due to that." In March, Gigi would even reveal that while her mom was filming Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she would hide from the film crew. In some of the older episodes, Gigi could be seen talking to Yolanda about her love for volleyball and the struggle to choose between sports and modeling. In recent years, Yolanda has even been receiving a lot of backlash for things she said to her daughters on the show. While fans have believed that the star was putting damaging beliefs on body image into her daughters' minds, it has caused them to have issues with their appearance over the years. In one clip, Yolanda could be seen advising Gigi to give up volleyball as she referred to the sport as a masculine sport, so her body would be too bulky for modeling. She would also be seen pressuring Gigi to stay on a diet where she could be as skinny as other models in Milan. And number 4, Sarah Rue. Sarah Rue has always had a long desire to be slim, but she hasn't always had the time to do so due to her career. However, recently, everyone has been stunned when it comes to her recent photos as she's successfully been able to lose a huge amount of weight. Sarah has undergone an amazing shift and she looks almost completely unrecognizable when she hits the red carpet showing off her new look. Before losing the weight, Sarah had even been battling with obesity for her whole life, and she wanted to shed the excess pounds because they were making her feel miserable. Sarah then chose to trust Jenny Craig's expertise, and at the end of the program, she even got some excellent results. According to the consultant's advice, the actress reduced her calorie consumption. Sarah reduced her intake of carbohydrates by 50%, and she also shunned out all processed meals of any kind. Sarah then opted to increase the number of vegetables she ate, and with it, Sarah's been able to shed 50 pounds in an insane amount of time as she went from being a size 14 to a size 6. Sarah has become so dependent on her woman's diet that she's even gone as far as abstaining from meals, and she even joined a gym to help her tone down some more. While the star decided to go on a weight loss journey for her mental health, she definitely has always looked great. And number 3, Melissa McCarthy. Over the last year, Melissa McCarthy has lost over 75 pounds, and how she chose to do it definitely wasn't it. Now, Melissa decided to go on this crazy diet where she only consumed liquids. While the star has stated that she'll never go back to it, she did do it to lose 70 30 pounds in 4 months. With Melissa stating that she felt starved and crazy half of the time, a lot of her fans weren't happy with her statement, as no one should ever starve themselves to lose any amount of weight. While Melissa would finally notice that the best diets are the ones you don't make yourself starve on, she decided to go on a low-carb diet that seemed to go well for her. Even rumors would start to circulate online that stated Melissa had only dropped the weight because she was also taking a magic keto diet pill. However, for whatever reason, supporting liquid diets, weight loss pills, and extremely restrictive diet aren't healthy, and celebrities shouldn't be spreading misinformation about these diets so people follow them, as they can actually be quite damaging to their fans that choose to follow the same diet. Number 2, Adele. Back in July, Adele would open up about losing 100 pounds in weight and how it caused some of her fans to feel very betrayed by the star. Adele would open up about feeling terrible after she lost a huge amount of weight, as it upset some of her body-conscious younger fans. The singer, who showed off her new skinny figure on the cover of Vogue magazine last year, was so distressed to learn that losing weight caused some of her fans to suffer. Addressing the backlash, she explained that she shedded the pounds for herself after dealing with anxiety. While many fans felt disappointed Adele gave in to the pressure of being skinny, they were concerned that she wasn't losing the weight safely. While Adele has had to face some major backlash due to her weight loss, it has even prompted her to cancel shows, as the backlash has caused her to feel like an empty shell. And she's even said that she won't be shamed, as it's not her job to make her fans feel better about their weight. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Nicole Richie. When Nicole Richie rocketed into fame pretty much overnight following the premiere of The Simple Life, she instantly got put under a very unforgiving microscope. When Paris Hilton has been constantly mocked in the press for getting in trouble with the law and having a party lifestyle, when it came to the tabloids' treatment of Nicole Richie, for whatever reason, they always seemed to focus on her weight. In the beginning, it seemed like they labeled Nicole as overweight, and now it seems like the star keeps getting bashed for losing a huge amount of weight and for being too thin. Nicole has stated that she knows she's too thin right now, and she wouldn't want a young girl to look at her and think that they wanted to look like her. Nicole has also noted that when she gets stressed, she loses her appetite and tends not to eat. Unfortunately for Nicole, she is right about some people trying to get a body like her, but the only reason she even has influence on people is because the press always has been obsessed with her figure. Even her fans have been oddly obsessed with her figure, with one fan writing, "Love how skinny she is, I want to be that skinny. Still working on it." And this proves that the beauty industry needs to get away from projecting that you need to be skinny to be beautiful, because that's not the truth.
Coming in at number 10 is Jennifer Lawrence. In 2017 at Elle's Women in Hollywood event, Jennifer Lawrence spoke about the film industry's approach to body image. She told the story of when she was a young actress. She says she was asked to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks for a part in a film, which is an insane request, but not only was she told to shed the weight, but she was forced to strip down and compare herself to other actresses who did not have the role. She said, quote, "During this time, a female producer had me do a nude lineup with about 5 women who were much, much thinner than me. We are stood side by side with only tape covering our privates. After that degrading and humiliating lineup, the female producer told me I should use the naked photos of myself as inspiration for my diet." End quote. Anyone else feel their blood boiling? Cause I kinda do, just a smidge, just a little bit. Yeah. She went on to say that the experience made her feel trapped, and that she now continuously reminds herself that she deserves to be treated with respect. And I'm so glad she could take that horrible experience and spin it into a positive thing for herself. That's not easy. Number 9, Chris Pratt. Before Chris Pratt landed the role of Scott Hatterberg in Moneyball, he says he was told he had to lose weight. While he did actually go through with the weight loss so that he would be cast in the film, he says he ended up doing it in a pretty unhealthy way, which is part of the problem. I think if a production asks an actor to lose weight, they should provide resources to do so, since they think it's as easy as just doing it. He told Vanity Fair that, quote, "That was the first time I heard someone say, 'We're not gonna cast you, you're too fat.' So I decided to drop the weight like in wrestling. I couldn't afford a trainer, so it was all running and crash dieting and cutting alcohol." End quote. If you're gonna tell someone to cut down and expect them to do it out of their own pocket when the industry is already expensive to be a part of, I don't know, maybe be a little less harsh about it. Number 8, Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer may have been the writer of her film Trainwreck, but her control over the project stopped when it came to her own appearance in her own film, that she wrote. She says that she was told she needed to lose weight in order to take on the lead role. On the Jonathan Ross show, Schumer jokingly described the experience by saying, quote, "It was explained to me before I did that movie that if you weigh over 140 pounds as a woman in Hollywood, if you're on the screen, it will hurt people's eyes. So I lost some weight to do that, but never again." Again, she did this for her own film that she wrote. Number 7. David Harbour. During a 2017 interview with The Wrap, David Harbour talked about his ironic experience auditioning to play the Blob in a Wolverine movie. When David Harbour auditioned to play the role, he ended up getting told by the director that he should probably shed some pounds, despite the fact that he was auditioning to play a character named the Blob. David said in the interview, quote, he was like, "David, look, you're wonderful. We really think you're just a great actor. We're just concerned. We're really concerned." And I was like, "Why? What's your concern? I'm good to go. I'm available. Let's do this." And they were like, "No, it's just you lifted up your shirt and we saw we're just a little worried about your health." And I was like, "Wait a minute, dude, pause for a second. You are telling me I'm too fat to play the Blob. That's awesome. I have to get the F back to New York. That's my audition, so I didn't get the Blob." And personally, this is one I find somewhat hilarious just because of how ridiculous it is. Number 6. Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale says that when she auditioned for Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor right after giving birth, Mr. Bay told her she'd quote unquote have to work out if she got the part. Kate told the story on the Graham Norton show saying, quote, "I don't think I fit the type of actress Michael Bay had met before. I think he was baffled by me because my boobs weren't bigger than my head and I wasn't blonde. I just had my daughter and had lost weight, but was told that if I got the part I'd have to work out, and I just didn't understand why a 1940s nurse would do that." End quote. Apparently, the director then continued to insult her body through the production process of the movie. Kate's right. A 1940s nurse wouldn't do that. A lot of things in that movie aren't accurate, but honestly, have you seen a Michael Bay film? Number 5. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill said in an interview with Men's Health magazine, when he auditioned to play James Bond in a film, the director told him he was too chubby, quote unquote, for the role. To audition, Cavill said he had to walk out with just a towel on, saying, quote, "I remember the director, Martin Campbell, saying, 'Looking a little chubby there, Henry,' end quote," which, screw you, dude, that's kinda rude, what the hell? But Cavill said he was following a poor diet at the time, and overall, the director's comment made him rethink his physical health and how he eats. "I don't know how to train for a diet," he told the publication. Continuing, "And I'm glad Martin said something because I respond well to truth. It helps me get better." Again, it's great to see an actor take these things in a positive way, but it just goes to show the tough skin actors are required to have when they're in Hollywood. Number 4. Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling's story is a lot like Amy Schumer's actually. Before The Office, a network offered Mindy Kaling a sketch comedy show based on her own life, which is great. Who better to play a person than that person? So it's a little strange though that this same network made Mindy audition for her own part and then rejected her from the role because she wasn't quote unquote considered attractive or funny enough to play herself. What? She told The Guardian, quote, "That network is no longer on the air and The Office went on to be one of NBC's most hit shows in years. I feel like karmically I was vindicated, but at the time it felt terrible," unquote. Number 3. Carrie Fisher. Even when you are reprising an older version of a character you already played 30 years ago, some people in the industry still only care about how you look. Star Wars actress Carrie Fisher was pressured into losing 35 pounds in order to reprise her iconic role as Princess Leia in Star Wars The Force Awakens. She told Good Housekeeping, quote, "Nothing changes. It's an appearance-driven thing. I'm in a business where the only thing that matters is weight and appearance. That is so messed up. They might as well say get younger because that's how easy it is. It doesn't matter how great of an actress you are, it doesn't matter if you played the role iconically when you were younger, Hollywood is Hollywood. Maybe it needs to change, I don't know." Number 2. Ashley Benson. In 2016, Ashley Benson was told she was quote unquote too fat for a role, to which she responded, quote, "I'm a size 2. I cried for 30 minutes, but then you have to let it just roll off your shoulders or it could cause a serious eating disorder," end quote. She told Ocean Drive, quote, "A lot of people in this industry hear they need to lose weight more times than they should. It does make you stronger though, because if you let that affect you, you can't be in this industry. You'd go crazy." End quote. And that's the hard truth of it, really. Number 1, Margaret Cho. And to end off this list is an example of just why this kind of behavior is dangerous. ABC told Margaret Cho that she was too overweight to play the part of herself in her semi-autobiographical sitcom All-American Girl. Cho ended up hospitalized with kidney failure from not eating. Years later, she told The Cut, quote, "Being called ugly and fat and disgusting to look at from the time I could barely understand what the words meant has scarred me so deep inside that I have learned to hunt, stalk, claim, own, and defend my own loveliness and my image of myself as stunningly gorgeous with a ruthlessness and a defensiveness that I fear for anyone who casually or jokingly questions it." End quote. Period. Exclamation mark. Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Beyond the Screen if you want more videos. I've been your host for today, Adam Andrews. You can find my socials down below, and until next time, stay healthy and ignore the haters.